All right, I'm gonna play some music because that's what we do over here. This is another one of my anthems.
But she gon' slide right to my side. I know she pulled up with a friend. And we skirt off in the bed. Oh, took her back to my crib. And I regret it. She tryna fake like she asleep. So she tried to stay the whole week. I'm like, oh, nah, she gotta go. I can't name my swear I don't even. No, they wanna know why they got them dip on me. Them eyes green, them eyes just shit on me. They wanna know why they love me mom so much. Like, what is the reason? Oh, it's just the vibe. I'm that guy. Put her legs in the sky whenever I pull up. She got her clothes off from the walk. She won't waste no time. Oh, she don't want nobody else, I know. But I can't be what she wants. They all have the same story. They all each to themselves. But I'm a jealous. The city is my college. What I'ma do? Cause I want she and they love them so me. I never they gon' say bye to. I never you gotta lie to. I never that you can trust those people when you with your people. Cause you know the timing I'm on. I want she and they love them so me. I can't even speak to all of them, so I call her on the FaceTime. She gon' pick up on the first minute. Well, I got another on my damn finger.
Y'all jamming? Huh?
Life of a goddess, life of a goddess. Yo, that song, hot. Y'all can't deny it. Can't deny it. Hey, Tiffany.
Hey.
What's up?
Tiff, what up,
Not
Tiff?
much. What's up, Nate?
Got the purple going. Okay, I see the
Yes.
purple. Okay.
Right,
Got a
got the
nose
purple
ring.
going. Got the purple going. So what's up, world? What's up, world? Thank you for tuning in to Talk with Teasy versus Venus versus Mars. I'm your host, Teasy. I'm in a building. I got my boy Hoodie Gang Nate with me. What's up, Nate?
What up?
I got my girl Tiffany in the building with me. What's up, Tiff?
What's up?
Yep. And soon, you know, we got the Venus versus Mars family coming on. You know how that goes, you guys. Did you guys miss us? It's been what, 2 weeks?
I know
2
it's
weeks?
been
They
long.
missed us.
You guys too? So tonight's topic, you guys, I feel like this is a good topic. I feel like we kind of touched on it a little bit when we've had different conversations, but you know, I feel like it's something that we haven't really spoken about, which is, you know, being in a relationship and how you deal with finances amongst each other, amongst yourself, you know, maybe different experience that we had dealing with people and you know how finances was dealt. Was it good? Was it bad? Did you learn something? Did it make you, you know, go down? Did it help you to rise up? So, you know, all those different things I think we could talk about, you know, the financial aspect of when being in a relationship. And my boy Hoodie Gang Nate, I feel like this is kind of up his alley. Cause he be
Yeah,
all about
a
that
little
finance
bit.
Yeah.
building.
I be trying. I be
So,
trying.
right. So I think that this is a really good topic that to discuss tonight on the Venus versus Mars platform. All right, hold on. Well, not hold on, but I gotta go to my laptop. So, do you
I got.
guys? How do you feel about finances and relationships? Do they go hand in hand? Does it depend on the relationship? Like,
I mean, it should be discussed. It should be discussed in the relationship. Like, what are we doing? I mean, everyone had that conversation. Like, oh, we about to live together. Da, da, da. You moving in my crib? I'm moving to your crib. Who paying rent? Who doing this? So, I mean, it should be discussed. It should definitely
Right.
be discussed.
yes, I agree with you on that one. I definitely think it should be discussed because you don't want somebody moving in and then they just think that they don't have to pay no bills and they can just sit on your
For
couch.
real.
They like, well, you ain't say nothing to me about it.
Right. People good for that one.
You see me start bringing over
If you
my
don't
socks from the
say it.
media drawer.
I'm just here to play PlayStation.
Yo, you stupid. I'm just here to play the PlayStation.
Yo.
I mean, If you let it happen, it will happen. You know, people will post up at your house and just be like, so, you got to discuss it.
Yeah.
We
And one
definitely
person
do.
might not be a good saver. One person might not save well, and the other one might spend more than
Too
they
much.
should
Right,
or
that's the
whatever.
kind of things I want to talk. Yeah.
Well, you gotta,
And how
you
do you
gotta just,
work on that when you got one that's, trying to save up and one trying to do what they need to do, and then you got the other one who just like, man, we only live once, YOLO. Like what?
And let them learn a lesson.
about to go get this bottle of champagne. We about to live it up. Nah, nigga, relax. You got
Hold up,
bills. Like,
hold up. The lights of bill supposed to be paid, and now it's up to you. I guess them shit's going off though. No, I'm just like, let's see. You know what I'm saying?
just bought these new candles from Amazon.
Um, I don't know. Or have you ever been a person that in the relationship take care of like all of the bills? Have you been that person to where you're paying everything and that person isn't? No. It always been
That's only
split.
if one person is down for a second or whatever, because not everybody, something can happen in somebody's life where one person can only take on the bills for themselves for right now or
Right.
whatever, and then you might just, handle it all without no problem because when they get back on it or whatever.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the system. It's supposed to be a you got it, I got it system. You go down, I hold it down. I go down, you hold it down. Because it's all supposed to be together. So,
Right.
but everybody bring their piece to the table. Everything worked well. So save up a little money, put it to the side for rainy days together,
Yeah,
together,
for real.
together.
Right.
I'm
That's the
not
word right there. Together.
together. I'm not on that shorty shit where you gotta hide half of your money and just spend it the rest of his. No, together. If you ain't doing it
Right.
together, it's not gonna work out. So
Because everybody got wants. Everybody got something that they want and something that they need, and sometimes you got to pick what's important and what's not important.
it's important to look at your partner and be like, look, all those Amazon packages that's coming, you gotta chill. Like we supposed to be saving money. You can't be buying shit
For
you don't
real.
need. Like I understand
Right.
you want it, but you gotta understand what needs and wants, needs and wants. And what are we building
Right.
towards? And how can that money? How can we help grow that money instead of spending it? So
So holding each
And
other
it's not
accountable.
and it's not like
accountable.
you ain't gonna be able to get those things. You just have to chill. You gotta wait because people don't realize that the more you wait and let it stack up, the more you'll be able to spend and do the things that you need to do.
A wise person once told me, if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it at all.
Oh, I heard of that saying. You think that's? I mean, yeah, I
And
guess.
I mean, it's true because even with cars, if you buy a car, if you buy a car and you don't got enough money, if it breaks down, what are you doing? What are you doing? Now the car broke down and it's sitting in the yard, and you scrambling to try to find money to get it fixed.
True.
So
So where's the line? Where does the line come in at of, we gotta save, we need to do what we need to do versus okay, maybe we could spend a little bit of money and, do something nice for ourselves.
you gotta set up. You gotta set a. You have to set a line. You gotta know exactly how much you're making. Hey, Key, you gotta
Hey,
know
Key.
exactly how much you're making and set a budget.
What's up?
Hello.
Hey
What's
y'all.
up, boo?
What's up?
Nothing. Talking
No,
about
no.
relationships and finances.
I'm broke, so nobody don't want me.
She
Let me just set it off. I'm broke.
said, "I'm broke." I'm sure you got some assets over there.
I don't. That's all I got.
Yeah.
These little parts at my job.
I mean, that's the asset. You working hard. You got to do something with the money, right?
I guess.
I could admit that being like in a relationship that I was in, that I think a lot of it had to do with just like my upbringing, just me not really,
Wait, why I can't hear
doing too
you?
much and not even making enough money. Like, So when I made money, like, yeah, of course my bills were paid and stuff like that. But sometimes, not that I was just like out there splurging and stuff like that, because y'all all know I'm not even that type of person. But you know, I could say that I probably didn't spend my money maybe as wise as I should have, or I just felt like, you know, this money that I'm making, this is all I got. This is for bills. This is for this, and I have to separate this. This go towards my daughter. Okay, I got a couple of dollars maybe to get my ganja, you know, stuff like that. But I can honestly say, like, I wasn't the best person. I mean, maybe even he wasn't. He was more of a saver in a way, but it was more for him. Like, it wasn't like us. He would get more frustrated instead of trying to help the situation. I mean, of course, he didn't know 100% like about credit and stuff like that. We both didn't. So when you both kind of like going into things and y'all kind of blind and you don't really know much, you should want to learn together on how to develop, you know, the financial situation better for both of y'all. But I feel like when you go off on your own and just do it by yourself, and you don't even care about that person no more, like, that's it. So I know, like, I know that was something, like I said, it wasn't like a splurging type of thing, but like we would be mad, like, oh, you know, you might have, like, if I got, like, I had a lawsuit one time and I did things that I needed to do with it, and he was just like not understanding, like, why is there, like, you don't have any money left and it's down to third and you could have did this X, Y, and Z with it. But people don't understand too, like, when you get lumps of money, you have back, not all of us, but most of us, you have back things that you need to think about and that you want to get out of the way.
Right.
And that could take up a large amount of your money, especially when it comes to like your credit, working on it, paying off old bills and shit like that.
Right.
I could easily spend $1,000 on one, you know, if my bill that high, I'm paying on, I got student loans, you feel me? So I could easily put 3 G's on that. That's all my money going right
And
there.
that's money you never had in the to get on the get go or whatever. You ain't never had it from the get go. I mean, from the get go. But so you might as well use it on the biggest things now. People will sit there for their taxes and sit there and buy a couch, but next thing you know, you're gonna be sleeping on that couch right outside. You're gonna pay them bills.
And that's what happened.
Like,
That's why,
if you know
yo,
you staying in that
you
house,
know what's
like,
funny?
put yourself ahead so then you can use that your regular money to be able to play, give yourself time, and then you can know, like, well, I need to start, hold up, I need to start saving.
And stores and stuff take advantage of that. That's why they have all them sales during
Oh
tax time.
yeah.
So they be like, "Oh,
Right.
you getting some money? Come see me. Come buy this car. It's gonna be
And then you
cheap."
notice the sales be like with a red sticker, the red, because it just makes you just suck in your brain. And be like,
Me, I'm
go
Come,
cheap
towards
as
the
heck.
sale, go towards the sale. Like,
come get that new car. You know what's gonna happen.
You know what
But
could
nah,
get you
I think
food.
that as you learn, or you know, trying to maneuver in the financial world, especially in a relationship, it's two of y'all. So I don't know. I feel like it could be a great thing, but I do know it is hard when, you know, two people are not on the same page when it comes to finances, and I know that that could cause a lot of issues within a relationship as well.
For real. When you feel like all the pressure is on one person, it's really crucial.
Right.
Because time don't wait for nobody.
and
Them
everybody
dates
want their
keep
money.
coming up. For real. It's like you living just to work. I mean, you working just to live.
Right.
It goes both ways.
All right.
Yep. Or just, I think like little tools like learning how not to spend so much money on things. Like, for instance, I think a lot of us women, you know, we cook and stuff, but I think a lot of us spend money on takeout. I used to spend a lot of money on takeout. I still spend some money, you know, on takeout sometimes when I don't feel like cooking and things like that. And I know that used to be a situation like, oh, you keep buying takeout. Like, listen, you about to cook? Because I'm tired. And I know for the most part, I be down to cook, but some days you don't feel like cooking. And I know like that was something too, like, you know, we gotta save, and I get it, but it's like, what are we, like, if I really have nothing to save, then that's why I said, like, where does the line come in at let me treat my kids out to friendlies versus, nah, I gotta put this $50 up and make sure that I don't touch it. You feel me? Like,
All right.
it was a battle of things like that. So
They are
Yeah,
main motivation. We spend more on them than we do ourselves.
I mean that's the struggle too. Like if you sometimes you want to take your kids out, but if you take your kids out, your lights might get cut off. So I mean, you got to
Right.
be responsible with your
Well, I
money
mean,
and
yeah, we
try
talking
to
about
make a
stuff
step.
that come up. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Go watch a movie
Hey,
on
look,
Netflix.
We're gonna do the same thing we've been doing.
you got to be one of the
Oh
responsible
nah.
parents. You be shocked how many parents out there go buy their son some Jordans or something and knowing damn well they can't pay their lights or can't pay
For
their heat, but
real.
Oh
they still got
yeah.
to make their kid look real good and they be calling you back. Can I borrow like $30 till? And you looking at them like, did you just come from Miami? You want $30? What you talking about? So a lot of people
I've been
don't
seeing
have
a
that.
right. I've been seeing a lot of that go on, but as well as like, don't I always heard like you spend it. You don't know like sometimes kids of what you see what the next kid have on because that kid could be starving and eating noodles because they parents said, nah,
Every
I
night.
want to make sure that you fleet like, and that's that. But
Look, or their
Hey,
parents is a
Shantae,
booster. Come to
I
find
like
out their
noodles.
parents boosting.
wait, what
They
you
go to
say?
boosters.
It said come to find out their parents going to boosters.
Yeah,
Oh,
cause now when
that's
I
That,
got
true.
older, I'm like, hold up. We found out, yo, the reason why
I need
that
a
chick and
booster.
that dude had all them sneakers because their mothers was going to boosters. Like they wasn't
yeah,
really. Yeah.
It's hard to find a booster these days.
Hey, I'm looking for one. So anybody watching this
For
live,
real.
Ah,
Boosters, all
I need
everybody
boosters
some.
is.
happen.
I need some sweatsuits,
All
top
boosters
medium,
happen.
I know
men.
that's right.
Listen, people, men's mediums, okay? Nike
And
sweatsuits,
extra
Nike
large.
tech.
Oh,
Extra
you
large
still
is
going through
here.
the washing machine?
look,
I
look,
need it.
y'all better do what I do and just resort to making your own clothes. Like it's easy. So
Right, I'm
I
about to
can't.
get a machine and start making my
I
own
ain't got
clothes.
time for boosters. I ain't got time to be stealing. I ain't got time to be give Nike $80 for a T-shirt that I can make myself. Sweatpants I can make myself. Like it don't
For
make sense. And that's how you save money.
Sorry
Like
to pull up on y'all like
once
this,
again,
but hey, Nate, cut it out. Don't discourage the boosters. I
Facts.
got that
I need
polo.
them.
Polo.
He said,
yo,
Extra
"Don't
large.
discourage the
Hey,
boosters."
shouts out to those who got the nerve to walk out. It ain't me, but I love y'all.
For real,
Shout
all they have to happen because the boosters ain't like they used to be. It used to be so many boosters back in the day. You could easily find one
Yeah,
now.
they
They
offering the
scarce.
jail time. The jail time is too much now.
Yeah.
cameras got better.
Yeah.
Security got a lot better.
Yo, I just seen a video where this girl had a whole rack of name brand jeans and she ran out the store with it and her friends pulled off on her. So she in the parking lot with the whole rack and the jeans all on the rack. You should have just seen how the cops just, I'm like, yo, I can't, that's too much.
Her getaway driver was new to this. See,
They left her. She was banging on the door, everything. They pulled right off on her. So she's just in the parking lot with a rack,
yeah,
a
but you know
real
what
metal
though?
rack. I'm like,
She
wow.
she gonna get caught too because I seen the license plate clearly on that video.
Oh, you
so
seen
she go
it?
she so she caught. Yeah, she caught. So
Yeah, the people that was driving away, they caught too. They going down. So Lorraine, we talking about relationships and finances. Like certain things of just like how you deal with somebody with, when you in a relationship and how y'all deal with finances. Maybe it's one of the person maybe
Just
not
go
have
ahead.
learned how to deal with finances. Maybe you did. Just giving examples of how you deal with somebody in a relationship when it comes to bills, anything like that. Do you want to do the
I'm
50-50
gonna
with the
keep it a
bills?
stack. My last two relationships, like I'm the type of guy like I don't want you to be able to say I ain't doing my part, but my part got to be clearly established.
Wait, hold on. I hear Tiffany, that's you with the back. You got TV on? All right, thank you. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was saying in my last two relationships that was an issue. It became an issue that had to be addressed because, like I was saying, like I'm the type of guy I do my part. If if my part is clearly identified, I'm gonna do that. But if it's left up to me, I'm gonna observe the situation and initially, like I said, like my ego come into play because I don't want you to be able to be sitting in no conversations talking about, man, this nigga da 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 da. Nah. But so initially that be my first motivation to
contribute. But outside of that, I'm the type of person, like, I'm open minded. I understand that ain't shit free. I know how it feel to be doing shit on your own. So when you do bring somebody into your space, your universe, whatever the case may be, my advice to everybody, if you expecting something out of somebody as far as like monetary, you gotta have them lines established, expectations already set in stone. Like Nate be saying, where the contract at? You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of women, some women just take what they could get. Because a lot of us men be with the shits, and
Don't say women, men too.
we take what we could get. You feel me? And women too, but I'm only gonna speak for us. But I think in order to alleviate a lot of arguments down the line, like I said, I've been a part of some of those type of arguments. I think it's the expectations have to be laid out and established to when I could decide if I want to sign the dotted line or not. You get what I'm saying? Or I'm able to negotiate, and if maybe you think I got more than what I got, you feel me? And you have certain expectations. It may take me being a little bit transparent and telling you like, nah, I only make 23 an hour. You thought I made $30 an hour. You get what I'm saying?
That's facts. People do be what glitter ain't really gold, because people do be looking at you. They see that you carry yourself well. You got these nice things, then they come to find out the moment you run out of money, people be like, "Oh, what? They ain't really for it."
Or you in a situation where that expectation of their finance come into play, and they not able to give as much as you thought they could, and then you looking at them lower than who they are because they ain't give you what you expected. Like, all of that got to be established, and then hold me according to what we agreed to. You get what I'm saying?
And people always show their true colors when something real important happens. Once you about to go down or whatever,
they be like, I ain't around.
Yo, you know it's crazy because it's like, who raised them people? They failed miserably. Who raised them?
Right.
Well, you gotta think about it like this too. When you set off to get in a relationship with somebody, do you talk about like their debt? Like, what are they coming into this relationship with? And your debt? Do you sit down and be like, look, you see that brand new car I just bought? You know, I'm $23,000 in debt.
Only comes into play when we getting married. If we boyfriend and girlfriend, what you owe on your Honda is your goddamn business.
Yeah, you say that, but then if you were the man that just bought a car and y'all live together and he loses his job,
short and he needs you
it's 2021. Ain't no we buying a car. I'm gonna have my car and you gonna have yours. And if we choose to swap, then we gonna swap. But nah.
So Kia, what if your boyfriend credit at the time was not that good, but he working on it, you see him working on it, he's showing improvement, his credit score going up, but he still needs a car? You gonna just would you help him with that, or would you be like,
yes.
get a bucket
yeah,
for now?
I'm with helping.
So you would let him use your credit? Yeah, exactly. What is helping me? You with co-signing for the car?
You gonna help me with my credit, or you gonna help me with down payment, or you gonna help me with a co-sign?
No, if we got a solid relationship like that, I help with whatever you need help with.
Right.
If I know I could get it when it's time for me to get help, I'm willing to help.
Right.
But
I might not be able to get a co-sign because my credit.
Look at Nate's face. Nate like
even but see, this is where it draws the line at. Like how Nate said when I said there is no we. If I co-sign for you to get a car, yes, my name is being involved because you need help with my credit. But the car is yours. Now, if something go wrong to where something happened and you can't pay, or you get locked up, or whatever the reason is, then that car is coming back to me.
It's my car now.
So what if we break up?
No, if we break up, I don't want the car. That's petty. I don't
So
want the
y'all,
car
so,
to break
so
up.
y'all break up, right? Y'all break up. He got the car. He crashed the car and stopped paying on it. So now you getting letters in the mail. You getting
Yeah,
letters in the
now
mail.
I'm coming to look for you because you're not
that's
about to run up
definitely
my credit like.
that's definitely yeah, that's definitely
Hopefully
gonna be
That
my
insurance
my
gonna pay
problem
name would
for
have
because
had
that.
to
that's
be
how
up
it
there at
go.
the same time. I'm
Nah.
sorry.
Right. It definitely
I
gonna
ain't
become my
co-signing
problem
nothing.
because that's how it go. But trust me, I'm gonna be looking for you.
If it get totaled out, you
Nah.
gonna split the
Hi,
money
Isa.
with me?
Huh?
If it get
Hi.
totaled out, you gonna split the money with me?
If you up to date on your payments, if it get totaled out, then you take that money and go get another whip.
That's what I'm talking about.
Amen.
That's what I'm
But
talking about.
Oh,
if you behind when it get totaled and I done paid the last 6 payments,
nah, you
we
get
gotta
him
have
that check
honest time.
over. Yep.
Hey Ray, now I gotta talk to
Definitely.
you because it's about to get real. What's up, Isa?
I knew that was coming.
Hey, Kia.
Hey Ray,
Hi, Isa. You want
you
to chime
gotta
in?
hey, I'm like the repo man. You gotta be up to date with your payments, all
Right,
right?
right, right, right.
And to me, I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
Oh,
Right.
super fair,
Yep.
super
But
fair.
I'm willing to help. Like if we solid, I'm willing to help you do anything. Like
First
I
of
would
all,
If you
expect you
have
to
a
help me.
solid relationship, Nate, why? Like, that's what I'm saying.
listen, listen,
Y'all people
listen,
that
because y'all look, it sounds crazy to me. First of all, if I'm with somebody
here go
and
Nate.
they credit ain't good enough, and they trying to buy something they know they can afford, they need a
They
co-signer.
getting a
I'm
bucket.
gonna be that person to be like, look, you don't need that right now. What you need to do is get
Get
this
that '05
2001
Honda.
Honda Accord, yeah,
But what if they
and
trying
do
to
our
Right.
credit
establish their
together.
credit though? What if you want to
Then
help
they,
that? You want to help them with
then they
that?
don't need it. They don't need to buy something expensive. They need to buy something they can afford, so they can take their money and pay off the rest of the stuff. I'm not going to help you put damage on top of damage. Like, no, that's not love. That's blind. That's blind faith. Like, go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Get that
Facts.
2021 Mercedes
Yo,
Benz, knowing damn well
listen,
they can afford it.
Well,
Mm.
I did say that the person was actually working on their credit. It was showing improvement. Their score was going up. They got a good job. I'm not talking about somebody that's still with the same
Yeah,
score, ain't doing nothing, ain't showing no, and showing improving nothing. Then no, I can't
right.
help you with no
well,
cosign. Maybe we could do a little bucket,
yeah,
but you have to
exactly.
show it. You have to show
even
it
even if
because
you trying and you not there yet, you don't need to be jumping over that step. You need
that's
to still be
true.
getting your credit together.
I'm with you on
I'm just
that one,
saying.
Nate.
I mean,
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
I could agree with that in some
I
aspect,
agree.
but I guess I'm biased. I'm with Kia and Nate at the same time because y'all
Yeah,
both made valid
I
points.
like both of the ideas.
Cause look, okay, so this happened every year, and we all see this. Somebody credit ain't good. They got like a 600 credit score. They take their tax return and they go out and get the latest whatever it is. So 6 months, you see them whipping like, yeah, yeah. And then that last month, the repo man come and take the whole car. Now the person that co-signed they asked out, like, what do you do? They in there talking about, I want to buy something, but I
Okay,
can't because I got this co-sign because I got somebody this new Infinity truck that I knew they couldn't afford. So
I'm about
no,
to
I'm not
sign
co-signing
anybody.
nothing.
I'm coming for you if you fuck up my credit, and I'll try to help you.
And do you know how hard it is to jump out that credit hole that to fix your credit?
Right.
Come on, I'm
Then
not
you have to
willing.
take
Like
them to court. I get it.
that's more money out your pocket. Court, all the fees that come with court, lawyers. No, I'm not going through that. I know. Get a Honda, get a 2000, get a 1999 Honda Accord. It'll last you about 10
Right.
more years.
Oh, y'all definitely gotta be
Yeah.
putting
I
both of
think
y'all
that's
name on
that's
it.
a
If
level of
it's to that,
support
you gotta
too.
put both of y'all name on it.
That's a level of
You stuck,
support
I'm
too. You
stuck
know.
too. You going down, I'm going down. Cause ain't nah.
Yeah, that's
What's the level
and
of
that's what
what?
they do. We super trust people like that. When you get in a relationship with somebody, people be like, "Oh, I love you. Let me co-sign for the apartment. Oh, I love you. Let me co-sign." You know this person like 3 months,
Right.
and you
Nah,
no,
that's
it
too
gotta
co-signing
be
much.
apartments and
solid.
cars.
3 months ain't enough.
It gotta be solid, Nate. You're not understanding the word. We
A
say
year,
solid.
even a year.
But
If
I,
I know
I
you
get you,
for a year,
Shantae.
I'm not
It
But
co-signing
it
shit.
gotta be solid.
obviously it gotta be solid, and obviously everybody, if everybody looking out for each other already, you
Can
in a
y'all see
relationship where
me?
y'all already looking out for each other, then yeah, obviously you can see yourself probably doing that. But
I'm just saying, solid falls apart. We know people that be in different relationships every 2 years. Solid falls
mm,
apart, and Now you got
That's why
a
you
lease.
gotta pre them who you be with, man. You gotta pre the people that you be with.
Now you got a
So
lease with somebody that got an apartment
Hallelujah.
in your name.
See, I'm not there.
Nate, let me
Can y'all
ask you a
see
question.
me?
Nah,
We can't.
you invisible.
I can't see myself.
And Tiffany got gunshots going off at her house.
I'm sorry, I be forgetting to push it down. I'm about to get out the kitchen.
I thought that was a
But
disgruntled employee at Kia.
That was some chips. That was a chip bag.
I'm just saying, like, those are two things you should never compromise: your credit and like your money. Like, this is you shouldn't do it. Like, if they don't got
Let me
it, it's the
Right.
reason they don't got it.
let me ask you a caveat to that, Nate. What about like coming together and starting business? Like, what if they
I would,
don't got good credit, but they got the capital to go half with you in the business?
yeah, as long as you get the right paperwork, I'm down.
Huh?
I mean, every
No,
paperwork definitely got to be a must. Paper trail, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna mess me over in the end.
Oh yeah, especially when it comes to business.
yeah, in real
Yeah.
estate, like if you don't got the paperwork and we do a JV deal and one of us gets sued, like if we ain't got no paperwork, the other person gonna be like, "Oh, I ain't got nothing to do with that." No, we came in this together. Like I don't know these people. You brought these people to me. Like you can't just step away. So
Mm.
if we go fill out some kind of paperwork to say, yeah, you know, you using my credit with your capital, X amount, this much, and something happened and it dissolved and we split everything. Yeah, that's a win-win, but or lose
Right.
lose. But I'm not gonna be stuck holding the bag, and I don't want nobody. I don't want to stick nobody else holding the bag. That's just bad business all around.
Do you
But it's
think?
like, why would you want?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Like
Do y'all?
I know a girl that live. I ain't gonna say her name, but she live in Meriden, and she got her man an apartment. It's in her name. Her man was selling everything and his mother out of the apartment. When he got arrested, they didn't ask him for none of the money for the damages. They asked her.
Right.
Now she can't get an apartment nowhere because when they look
But
back on
this
her
the
record of
thing, if you're
eviction,
solid, you're not gonna put your partner in that type of situation. Like if you really
Right.
down for your partner,
what?
you should not be
Okay,
putting your partner in those type of situations. If you fucking with a fuck boy or a fuck chick, then yeah, you would expect things like that to happen. But if you're dealing with somebody that's solid, that's really down for you, y'all really want to be in this together and y'all gonna do this, that there should be none of that. It's a difference of doing some shit like that versus yo, I just lost my job and I needed a little bit of help. You feel me? But if
fact.
you messing with somebody that's not like that, then yeah, those type of things can happen. But I know a lot of us don't see those type of red flags sooner than we should. But at the end of the day, like I don't know, I guess you just got to be real conscious about it because I do agree with you on the credit aspect. Like it's hard enough with our own selves trying to keep our credit up and make sure we do better with ourselves when it comes to credit and stuff. So I definitely agree with you on the. I don't know. It's not like anybody can just open the door and be like, "Yo, let me use your credit." Like, yo, like no.
Right.
I'm still working on my shit. I'm still trying to be better at it. But in a relationship, we should be working on it together. That's why I asked earlier, like, if you more knowledgeable with credit than I am, help me. You feel me? And then we
Yeah,
could
Right.
be you help me and help lift me up to where I need to be, then it's gonna be better for the both of us in the end result.
Even if we go our separate ways.
Facts. Facts.
well, that's what they said. If you're not learning something from your partner, I mean, I don't know what the
I don't
purpose
know
is.
if I learned something from my partner. I don't know.
You ain't learned nothing at all.
Yo.
Did he learn from you?
Hell
Yup.
yeah.
So he was winning. He was like, "Let me get all this good information."
Sad.
I don't know if he's properly receiving it though. I put it out there. I don't know if he's receiving it. I don't know. But I know I ain't learned shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, but
You got to go give him a pop quiz. Then.
Stream to my page.
Hi,
Sharing this
mama.
stream to my page.
I'm just saying,
I
like
mean,
your credit, learning what I know now. Like your credit, you should protect. Even for your kids, you should protect your credit because you can hand that down to your kids. Your kids won't be
right.
struggling and they won't have to pay extra in interest when they want cars or homes or
Right.
you know anything that they want. So It's something you have to protect.
So is it an automatic no if you start talking to a girl, Nate, and you find out like her credit just isn't the best? Like, is it an automatic no for you, or is it like
No,
like
it's
how
just
you
a no when she start asking for stuff.
Listen.
You could date
It's
somebody. You could date somebody with bad credit.
Whoa.
It's just when it start getting personal, like when ownership start kicking in. Nah,
Right.
boo. Now we gotta have honest time. Cause see, wait, what? What you asking for?
For
Hold
real.
up.
No,
so
it's not even that. It's not even that. It's you gotta help that person stay within their means. Like you can't if they asking like, baby, I want to go get this Mercedes Benz. I got a little bit of money down. Da da da. No, you got the
No
money to put
facts.
down on it, but
Yo,
you
somebody
can't
gotta
afford
have
it.
some sense. Somebody gotta have
right,
one of us gotta have sense. We both can't be crazy as hell.
right,
Somebody gotta make the smart decisions.
Right.
right.
So
And it's okay. And hopefully they get it and come on board where you don't have to continue to keep holding their hand. Because at the end
Right,
of the
because
day, that get frustrating too.
I was just about to say that that's frustrating, right?
so
So
like I said, I understand.
at what point do you start to be like, okay, I've been trying to help you. You know, we try to move further along with this relationship and do our things that we need to do the correct manner. But I see that you really not like trying to move forward with this financially. Like, oh my god, financially. So it's like, what is the cutoff point? Like, when do you say, you know what? I see you not working on this. I can't be involved with this.
You could be together, you just can't do business with them.
Right.
Anything financially is just at a no.
But if you with somebody and we living together, I'm gonna need you to. Financial is important. I can't.
Well,
I'm not gonna.
that depends on who name on the lease. If we started this together and both of our names on the lease, we got some serious conversation. But if you moved in with me, then we don't got nothing to talk about because legally
Right.
my name is on this and yours is not. So will you
So you
call
don't
your
think that
aunt
they're
or somebody?
responsible for paying any other bills living in your house?
Somebody can pick you up.
Huh? What is that?
Oh, you. Well, see, that's the thing. Once state law, once they in your house past 30 days, guess what? Guess
They live
what?
there.
They live there legally. You cannot. You can call the cops. You can tell them get out. The cops gonna come and look at you and say you got to go to court now. You got to go to housing to evict this person. So although they may not be on that lease, once that 30 days pass, they are legally a tenant in your home. So you are going to be
Yes.
responsible for some of them
But I
bills.
think somebody really got to be petty as hell to stay where they're not welcome.
Well-
Like to use that and throw that in somebody's face, even though by law you can, rightfully you can. See, now we can't even date because see, you just petty at this moment.
Why you giving all the skinnies, Shantae?
Cool.
Why you giving away all the skinny man? Why you giving away all the skinny man? You can't be giving out all our secrets,
For
man.
30 days. I got 2 days left.
I
Counting
mean,
down.
that's yo. People,
After midnight is a wrap. After midnight is a wrap.
they gonna be like, wait, Cheesy said I got 5 more days in this bitch. You
Can't even kick niggas out.
Nah, but legally, y'all know that's the law. Like, I done seen it happen. Like, girls trying to kick their niggas out. They like, I ain't going nowhere. Like, you gonna have to call the cops if they know.
Yo,
And
I
that's
ain't
some
staying
bullshit.
where I ain't welcome, and I ain't gonna use that
Right.
legal action. I've been here 31 days. What you about to do? No, I ain't doing all that. If I gotta go, I gotta go. Cause rightfully, I know this ain't mine. So
Right.
I'm stepping off.
But a lot of them don't be like that. They be some bitch shit. Like,
Yeah,
nah, I'm
yo.
staying. Or if they started investing, say if y'all been in that same household for a year and they started paying the bills and they started buying stuff and little things to go in the household, they definitely gonna feel entitled. They gonna be like, hell no, I ain't leaving.
Well, I mean, in most relationships, most people just be like, look, this is we don't have a joint bank account. You handling your finances, I'm handling my finances, and wherever we live at, we splitting, or you go pay these bills and I'm gonna pay this bill. And long as the bills is paid, we good. We good. But once the lights go out and I come to you like, yo, did you pay the light bill? And you like, I ain't had the money for that. I forgot, I got the new Jordans.
We got a problem because now you got me in the situation.
That's definitely
Now,
a big problem.
there you go. So now, like, okay, so you looking at this person mindset, like, all right, you went and bought some Jordans, knowing that the light bill is $79 and you didn't pay that, but you bought the Jordans and went to the club, your mindset is not ready. So, I'm gonna give you a chance, or this relationship is over with. Cause I can't, especially if you got kids, like
Thank
you
you.
put your priorities before the children, like the home. You're supposed to protect the home first, right? Am I right?
Y'all sitting in the house with candles. Nigga, what? But you got some
Nah,
fresh ass
not even the
Balenciagas.
candles,
Get
the
your ass
flashlight on your cell phone, bruh.
Oh
Right.
yeah. Can't even charge your cell phone. You run into the car.
right. Yo.
So, like, if your priorities ain't straight, that's if you meet somebody, their priorities ain't straight. That's it's a red flag. You got to be like, look, it's gonna cost me more money to keep you than to let you go. So, and that's just how I
I
see it.
agree.
Like,
I
I
was
agree
just
on
saying
that
this
one.
earlier to you, Shantae. Wasn't we saying that earlier? I would rather be broke in my own house,
Yup,
in my
that's what we
own
said. We
space.
rather be happy. I don't care. I'm in my own shell.
Listen,
been in
I
debt
have a
over
decent
somebody
place
else.
for me and my kids to rest my head. I drive a
Right.
decent car. I can have 50 cents in my pocket. I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah, because I got my own shit.
You got
I
your own
just
shit. You know the lights is gonna stay on. You know the heat's gonna be on. You know it's yours, and you know it's food in the house. And then when you start messing with somebody, all that can be jeopardized because you don't know what their mindset is.
right.
So that's why if you saying it's safe to say you gotta ask people, listen, do you help? Because if not, we can't talk. Am I
See,
saying
that's the
mousetrap
thing.
to you?
Like when you first meet somebody, like I feel like it's kind of. I feel like certain questions,
Yeah,
even
mousetrap.
though they need to be asked, like and they should be talked about when you get into a relationship with somebody or whatever. But I feel like it's like to me that's a little turn off too. Like don't just come the first or a couple of times we dating, going on dates or whatever, and you like, what's your credit score like
Yo,
what? How
that's
much you
bad.
bringing
You gotta
home?
ask
Like
somebody that
that's
often.
I feel like that's like I don't know. It's like that just ain't okay to me. Like you got to figure out a way to do that because I don't be sending that across
Girl,
Yo,
from me
niggas be
like
like,
yeah.
yo,
So
text me your number and your credit score underneath that, sis.
Right.
yeah, what's your credit karma
Damn.
account? What wrong with it?
before you get my number, pull up that credit karma. Let me see. Let me see what you're hitting for.
Yo,
How many credit
no
cards you
facts.
got? Like,
I keep track of mine. I got the Credit Karma app on my phone. They don't play.
For
And
real.
You
Experian.
miss
Yeah.
Oh,
you
pull up
miss a
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
payment.
Another
Listen,
Experian for
miss
all
a
y'all looking
payment
for
if
y'all
you
credit,
want. That
boosting
shit
it
gonna
up.
say
They taking
minus
everything.
25.
Netflix, Hulu, cable
Quick,
bill, phone bill, any bill you pay, your points going up there. Okay, y'all. So that's
It,
just some
it sure
information.
will.
Wait, you ain't hear what I
Everything.
said,
Hulu.
Shantae?
Huh?
Miss a payment. That shit gonna say minus 25. They don't play.
So fast.
You be like, damn, I just paid it. Let that shit go back up. Give me my 25 points.
Right. And let it be known if you rent and you have a landlord, your landlord can report that you pay your rent on
Yeah,
time. And that
they
can be
credit
yeah.
but you gotta use Experian because Credit Karma is not gonna do that. But Experian it'll
right.
boost up all of them apps that we
Mine's
pay
mine's got
for.
the Credit Karma and the Equifax.
Yeah, it has the what's on Credit Karma? Equifax and
TransUnion.
TransUnion,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, they be trying to minus niggas for one late payment. I don't appreciate that.
Yo.
Give me my little points because I work hard for that, okay?
Right.
And miss one if you want. Go straight. Can't get it off for forever. They be like, nah, you missed payments. You be like, I just missed one. They be like, so you missed it.
Oh yeah, especially with the Cardinals. So question. I said it a little earlier, but now we got more people up here. But like I know Ray kind of answered his perspective on like what he would do if he's in a household with paying bills. Like, ladies, do y'all expect the man to go 50-50 with y'all? Do y'all expect like he gonna say, okay, I'll pay, I'll cover the rent, you cover the light bill, and how that work? How do you think that's supposed to work?
I don't care. Just help.
Right.
Nah.
There you go.
See, and you did
If
say
I
something earlier. You
if I
said,
if I'm buying the food every day, like if we go out to eat, I pay. If we need some juice, I buy the juice. If we need bread, cause we ate bread, I buy the bread. Some people will take that as like
Nah, all that food
doing
in
my
there, you and your
part.
hamburger.
I'm contributing, but that shit don't never work out. Cause as soon as shit get tight, a woman start assessing shit and being like, "Well, damn, I did this, and this, and this. You just do that. Fuck that." excuse me, but fuck that. Got to be lined out. It got to be established, understood, to where y'all can hold
Yeah.
us
So that's what
Of
I mean
course.
by when I said I don't care, it has to be clearly talked about and established on who gonna pay what and who gonna cover what. So
Right.
to answer Shantae's question, if we talk about it and it's gonna be 50-50, then that's what we agree with. It's gonna be 50-50.
Right,
But if I
right.
got a nigga that wanted 90-10 and he wants to be the man and do 90% and leave me with 10, if that's what we gonna sign our names
Go
on the
ahead,
line for,
baby.
that's what the hell I'm
Right.
signing
Go
up for.
ahead. Take
And
it.
we'll see what happens when it get rocky. I'm almost
Right,
saying
when we be
change,
arguing
but
or something.
Right.
Bitch, don't
I'm
know what he's
like,
doing in his house. What?
I'm flexible. Like let's
Right.
just make it work. And then too, Ray,
Right.
I'm so used to doing things by myself.
On
A nigga
yourself.
come
Yeah, for
with
yourself.
$20, I'm gonna be like, hey, all right, because
For real.
I ain't one of them people. I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. And I'm not crazy, and I'm not psycho.
Right.
I'm one of the realest chicks that I know, and I ain't even gonna say I don't want to toot my own horn because I'm gonna blow that
Toot
motherfucker.
it, girl. Toot it.
I swear to
For
God,
real, I be like, oh, I don't brag. I let it brag for me. Feel
right.
me?
Right.
I'm easy
Right.
peasy. Like I ain't no gold digger. You ain't gotta be buying me all of this.
Right.
Fuck that, nigga. Pay the Wi-Fi because I like to watch Netflix
A
at
lot.
night. Okay.
A lot
Right.
of people got the easiest, like it could take so easy for a man or a woman just to please them, but it's so hard. Like it's so hard for you to do that one little thing. Like, and I'm so
One little
easy. Nah, that's crazy.
I don't ask for much. Feel me? I don't ask for the impossible.
For
Can
nada.
you tell me if I'm right or wrong, Nate? It be time like a dude to come in and I pay the cable bill, and that's a high bill. I pay the cable bill. 6 months later, nigga been paying the cable bill all the time. Now you feel tight because he ain't going half with you on everything. You get what I'm saying? I don't know.
It
So
depends
my
months.
thing
on the
is, do you
living
think
arrangements.
that
Like
as time goes on, that thing should like y'all should sit
6
back?
months.
So in the beginning, it might have been like that, right? So do you feel like maybe we should have another conversation at the table after like a year or so go by? You've been paying this bill. Yes, you've been doing it on time.
That's a good question.
Right.
That's a good
Like because if you guys are a
contract.
Because at least some that person could be waiting on you, feeling like, okay, he doing that one. Now you would think that if y'all 6 months later, you would start tapping into some other bills, like
well, see,
especially if
that's when the conversation got to be had. Because if a nigga
right, I
staying
feel
the
like
night
it's
for 6 months straight, I'm gonna be looking at you like, yo, you live here now? Oh,
right.
you staying the night a lot. Because if you live here, then we could discuss further actions on what really needs to be paid. But it's a difference when you live somewhere and you just spending the night. Now, if you spending the night, then cool. You want to help with the pet cable bill, cool. But
Right.
if you living here, okay, guess what? The rent is $1,200, and the light is this, and the cable is that,
For
and
real.
we gonna have that
Right.
conversation. So it's a difference when you
Let
stay
alone
somewhere and you live
household
somewhere.
Paying the cable bill.
Huh?
After you told me I'm winning for paying the cable bill, now I gotta dig up a whole nother rack. Now I gotta.
Hey, Ray, you know that's a part of being a grown up. You can't
Lorraine.
for free.
That's
You know, Ray, you know you can't live nowhere just paying the cable bill. You know that. Stop it.
You can't. So you live in here, Lorraine?
You live there, or
And
you
it was
spend
only
if
the
the
you
night.
live
cable?
there, you have to
That's just
contribute
that's the
more.
visiting bill. That's
You
the
had a
visiting bill.
long ride.
That's a
Hey,
visitor.
Ray. Hey, Ray,
That's the visiting bill.
spending the night with all the ends in it. You spending the night, Ray?
You use
And
it
then
all
you
Yo,
hear
night
somebody
for
talking about,
water,
I
so
pay the cable.
But
you gotta
Nah.
contribute.
listen,
Lorraine,
this is
once you see you moved your PlayStation in, like 6 pairs of shoes, you got shirts and pants there. It's a wrap.
yeah. If I got to draw,
You
I live.
there.
I got to draw.
No, you know
You
what?
live
Too,
there.
like, or if
But-
a female,
but listen,
even
like-
just a male too, like if I see okay, you paying the cable bill, okay, thank you. I'm happy that you been keeping it up. You feel me? I'm gonna appreciate you for that. Like I said, down the line is going time. We supposed to be building more. So like now you at the house, you really staying there. Like now it's time that we need to talk about a little bit more things. Now, if you work in a job where at that time you can't really like afford 2 bills, I can understand that, but at some point in time, you're gonna have to tap in a little bit more and be like, yo, what do you need help with? Because
Yo, I would just think a real nigga would appreciate a female holding it down. Like if you're there enough, you're gonna see what she's paying and doing without even coming to you. And then after a while, a real nigga be like, damn, I'm here between 80-90% of the time. Let me this girl ain't asked me for nothing. Let me just start helping her.
Right.
So you know,
Because some people do give the man a benefit of the doubt. You don't say nothing. You won't do
You
nothing.
like, let
but
me see what he about to do.
Right, and then it'd be crazy. You'll be sitting there waiting for 2 years. Some people have you sitting there for 2.
Look.
That's
Her phone said she's telling too much truth. Let me just cut her off now.
I'm just playing devil's advocate for the fans.
Hey, Ray, don't make me start licking the oil off these greasy ass parts I'm over here doing, okay?
No, I do my part. I don't want to hear it. Number one. Number two, like I've been in a position where I was the one doing it. You get what I'm saying? So I understand from taking care of the kids.
Because some females take advantage of men as well. Because some people they be looking like, oh, he gonna pay my car, or he gonna pay this, like looking for him to do everything. Like he probably got it and everything like that. So it definitely goes both ways. Like good people be suffering for real.
You got some women that be like, man, you about to handle everything, but then you got some households where some men they
be like, you gonna pay for this?
Where like I'm paying all the bills, whatever. People still live that type of lifestyle. You feel me? But most times, I think it's more of everybody. They splitting bills with each other. You pay this, I pay this. We handle this. We come together, look at the finances. You feel me? Because like Nate said, it's both of our money being brought in at the end of the day. So.
Oh, I got one.
And if I see you talking about you don't have no money for another bill, but you buying all these, like Nate said, you buying a new PlayStation game, which just cost $50 and up. You got on some new clothes, and you coming in the house all the time. I'm gonna be looking at you like.
But what about if you met me working at UPS, and I'm making $300 a week working at UPS, and I'm talking from experience. Not the Bush stuff, but UPS stuff. I worked at UPS.
You was making $275. Stop rounding up, because I was there too.
But you met me working. Yes, man. You dug me and you welcomed me into your shit. You act. It ain't like I'm acting. It ain't like I could just squat at your shit. You get what I'm saying? We got to tell both sides of it, because y'all be the ones that's asking us to come. If I end up spending the night every night, part of that time you was asking me to come spend the night. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm doing the cake,
Lorraine, you better pour that damn drink out.
For
that
real.
drink got you
devil's
tripping.
advocate, because it's some real shit.
It's true.
My mindset is the fact that a lot of women welcome us into their spot, whether we contributing or not, and then the tension comes when your expectations is not what you seeing. Can the
female go to your spot to see you? Some situations it ain't even that person. Well, it is crazy, but some people ain't got no actual spot in some people's or they probably live with their mom or something.
We talking about like real genuine.
I feel you,
girl. We start digging each other. I'm spending a little bit more time at your house than I'm spending at wherever I'm at. Probably my mother's house if I could just pay the cable bill. But it's some real shit, and vice versa too. Vice versa.
I was gonna say, because guys are known for pop-ups. So how do you explain that when the guy do pop-ups?
Right.
As opposed to the female asking you, well, you coming tonight? You where you going after you leave the club? Like you
get used to a certain thing.
I'm about to say they get used to it.
So what?
And it's both of y'all fault. It's almost like y'all about to start y'all getting into a different type of relationship. If you know what it's about to come to, you could put a minimum like, nah, I'ma chill, whatever, because you know where it's gonna lead to. Coming every night, we building something
Right.
here.
Right.
I just think like
So part of
if
that
you see the
got to be me getting a second job out of UPS if I want to stay there longer than 2 days out the week.
you said what?
I got
Right.
I got to get 2 jobs because we developing a relationship.
No,
Nah,
that's
if you got
Oh,
your
you say
one,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
if you got your one and you coming through or whatever, I don't know. We established with that one paycheck, then maybe you'll be moving to the next. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know.
Nah, that's when you sit down and you have that conversation. Like you should be like, look, I'm over as a male. You should be like, look, I'm over here a lot. You know, I might as well just come over here and stay because you say you invited me every day. I like being over here. You like me here. And look, this is what I could bring. This is what I could bring to the table. I see you got this bill and this bill. I only make X amount, but I still got this and this I gotta pay.
Right.
So I can't really, help you as much as you
Or just
probably
make
expect.
sure you're not getting
I
too
want to
close.
make sure. I want to make sure
You
I'm
just
giving you
speak about
something.
it.
you could
I want to
settle
make sure
all that
I'm
with a
giving you something.
conversation.
I deal with that
That's
man
the
6
conversation.
months down the line. That's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Because that's the guy that he trying to do his part. He only could contribute this much. Like even dudes that's in the streets, like it ain't a whole lot of money in the streets. So, but it's a facade that come along with it where you got to look the part. And
And
women,
at some point, we gotta change the
So dudes,
lifestyle if we want
a
to
lot
live
of
with
guys,
go to a next lifestyle.
a lot of guys
so
use.
Nate, like I was saying, the scenario that you just said, what do y'all women do with that? The dude that's saying, I don't got a lot, but I got this. But
That's
a lot
fine. That's a
is
conversation
really
can
a whole
settle
lot
that.
when y'all start carrying stuff.
But a lot of guys use their female friends' apartments, houses, condos, wherever they may live, as the go-to spot. They do. They use that where some guys would want to say, "Oh, I just come here because I could get good sleep here," or "I want to come here because I want to watch the game," or "I want to come over because you cook," or "I want to come over because I want some." Like whatever the situation may be, but when it's time to make that commitment or something happen at wherever they staying at, or no, if y'all start beefing, then they go back to their mother house or they go back to wherever they were staying. Like sometimes the female spot be the go-to spot just for the time being, and then when they get real, you don't see the nigga for a couple days.
Right. And that's why everything being front up, straight up, is just the best way to go.
So that's
And
why
let
us
her
as
make a
females, we
choice,
be
or
like,
let
yo,
him make a choice if
you
that's
either
what they
gonna be here,
how they wanna deal with you.
yeah, you either gonna be here or you not. Like, don't come here when it's cool, but then when we beefing, I don't see you. That's fake.
Right. Right.
Oh, the
I don't care if
tightrope.
you
Y'all talking
gotta.
about tightrope?
I
And
don't care if you
that
gotta use your hair or
creates
not.
anger.
Yeah,
That
like now
creates
you want to
anger
play
and
my name because
cycles.
we
So
got
don't.
Don't
no,
use my spot as the chill spot when we on good terms, and then when we beefing,
right.
I don't see you. Don't do that.
You might as well start saying names, kid.
You want me to?
Like nigga,
No.
you said, don't be doing my girl like that.
I'm about to get off. I'm about to leave the group.
No, so so I'm just listening to everything, but like, I think like all of us, we all saying, it's understandable. Like if a man has a job, you said the UPS, you're not making that much money, whatever. And we say, okay, we might give you the smallest bill to pay. But my only thing is, yes, it could be a conversation in the beginning to say, like, if you're saying the conversation needs to be had in the beginning, then yeah, okay. So right now you could pay this. Further along down the line, if we still together, we still building, we still trying to go somewhere. Like even like I said, if you trying to work on your credit, or maybe we trying to work on a business together, or even like now we want to plan like, yo, let's start looking at homes and stuff. At some point, there has to be where on both ends y'all are upgrading with finances, because now you guys are kind of requiring more of each other, just far as like trying to go further in life with your relationship and just period. So if my man has been working at UPS for 3 years and he's been making the same amount of money, it's only right as his woman that I'm like uplifting him, telling him like, so what's up? What's next? Do you want to like go to a higher position in UPS? Maybe we could start getting you in some other stuff that bring you a little bit more money, just because it's going to be better for not only the females, it's going to be better for the household as a whole.
Right.
I mean, it's I think that women are willing to bend and be like, okay, you know what? Like I said, we could handle this. But at some point, when a man sees his woman handling it or she is struggling with it, you need to step in, like, because that's what you're supposed to do. And although I'm covering the rent and everything else, because that's what I talked about, if one day my paycheck might be low, you feel me? And you might see that I might have been sick or out of work for whatever reason, and you know this bill due. And even though we didn't have a discussion at the table to say, yo, this is your responsibility, if you see me struggling as your woman, I expect for you to lift me up and vice versa.
Right.
So that's how I feel about that.
I mean, at the end of the day, I look at it like this. At what point do you feel like you don't want to be stagnant anymore? Like, at some point, you got to think about your future, and you can't just stay stuck where you at. Like, sometimes people take it for what it is and be like, well, at least I got a job. Yeah, but what do you do next? What's your next step? Because you ain't gonna want to stay there. You ain't gonna want to stay at that point. Like, I know, and over years, as a woman, I climbed, and it's crazy because people, like, I remember seeing a post and talking about Section 8 and this and that. I have Section 8, but guess what? I pay majority of my rent. They pay.
That's another thing people gotta stop. When you pay Section 8, you only paying $28 a year, right? If you got a good job, you're paying majority of the Section 8.
Yeah.
Your Section 8 be paying like $100, $50, $25.
Right. And that's because I chose not to be stagnant. Like, I'm just because I have Section 8 don't mean I'm about to sit here on my ass.
Right.
I'm about to collect this money. They about to pay my rent. No. Section 8 is only good for when, like, things happen within where you can't work or you get laid off or something like that. But just to be stagnant, no way. It ain't happening. It should go for both male and female. Why would you want to be stagnant? Why would you want to just settle for that? Like, you don't want more. Like, my father always taught me, instead of having just a job, how about creating a career? Because a career going to get you somewhere.
Right. And that's what we teach our kids. So how can we teach our kids that and talk to our kids and tell them, like, we want y'all to have more and be better and do this if we can't? And don't get me wrong, it's hard because shit, like I said, I'm still working on my credit. You feel me? But it feels good when you start working on things and you able to be like, okay, you know what? This is growing. I could do more things now. There's more opportunities. I mean, I don't think it's ever a situation to try to downplay. And yeah, sometimes when women get mad, you know, Lorraine was saying, like, they'd be like, oh, well, I pay this, I pay that. I mean, that's just probably coming from frustration. Maybe it shouldn't be thrown in your face. But like I said, if you do see
nobody don't want to, but when it get to that point, yeah, frustration.
Yeah, it'd be frustration, and you know,
you hurt me, I hurt you.
No, Tiffany.
Nah, the frustration. I'm saying the frustration part. No, the frustration part, like you said, because like you will be quiet for mad long, but then you end up bringing up the real tip. Like if you bringing it there, it's gonna go there, and people hate to hear that because it's about them. So it's not easy to hear. But then after you tick me off, I'm going there. But just know, I wouldn't be doing the things that I'm doing if I didn't truly care. But I'm saying these things out of anger. I'm still going to do what I'm doing.
That's another thing. Y'all think females like about to be sitting up there, y'all in the house, they paying majority of the bills, they dealing with things, you know, working with you, trying to make it work and stuff. Like, you think that that's just for nothing? Like, you think that we just sitting there like, yeah, so.
Right.
You know, because as we see something, and I
like,
see something, you know, and we're building, that's the point of building together, not by myself. Like, I do not want to be in a relationship where that person is, of course, you're supposed to work on self. Of course, that's you know, a given. But I don't want to be with nobody where he's just working on him and he's not trying to like help build our situation up. Like,
because that's not either you naive,
because
either you naive or you blind, like for real. You either naive or blind.
Some people get in relationships and they get stuck. They just become complacent. Like they just happy at where they at, and they wanted to go somewhere else, but they're happy with what they have.
Well, find somebody that's happy with being stuck.
There you go.
Yeah, because some people can't take it, and then it's like, you gonna keep on going as long as if you see somebody who wants to make change or whatever, you gonna deal with them. But if you don't see no type of change nowhere, you gotta learn to let something go. Like it's either using you, abusing you, or something in some type of way mentally. It could be physically. Like it drains people. Like
Definitely draining.
they got to go.
Especially
And it's our heart. It's our heart that gets us.
it do. That heart is something powerful. And at the end of the
Woo.
Woo! Wait, we about like woo!
day, for real, that heart is
You be
something
like,
powerful.
God, why you give me this heart, yo? Why you give me this
Why
heart?
you let me
But we also gotta learn things are put into place either for certain reasons. So it could be a learning experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It could be that it's really truly meant,
right.
or it could be just okay, you being dumb right now.
right.
Being dumb.
So,
That's
Because
how
some
I
things
look at
could take you out of your character. If it starts taking you out your character and it gets really uncomfortable and nothing is changing, you can't hurt yourself. You got like people out there. You gotta let it go. If it's not if it wants you, it will come back. It will find its way back. Because you could do
it.
bad
Right.
by yourself. You could do bad all by yourself. Alright. I'm
but
Amen.
saying.
talk
What
about
I
Okay,
tell you,
now. Okay.
now.
what I say last time, what you need ain't what you want sometimes, and what you want ain't what you need. So
But that's okay. So now Lorraine asked, yeah, y'all was talking about women and stuff. You and Nate. So what about as men? Like y'all would let us just, be comfortable for years, just paying one bill and never contributing and helping.
Hold
Like
on,
how
hold
would
on.
y'all feel as the men in the household? And
And
y'all would
wonder
try.
why we so tough.
It's so many women that look at men as financial opportunities. Don't even play like that.
Well, none of us up here are like that, so we can't talk about that.
I know me and Nate ain't no deadbeats, so
for real, facts,
Yo, you know
facts
how
on
you could put
facts.
it into all of that? You could. It's a real test when you got people in your car and you about to go somewhere long distance. The people that don't offer gas money,
Gas
them the
money.
niggas you don't live with,
For real.
male and female.
I ain't got it. That's my slogan.
Nate, no.
I mean, if we go
There,
on a long trip, yeah. If
it's
we
some
on
people
just
who
take
never
out, I don't
even
know how much
had.
we got.
It's some people who never had a light in their name, gas, nothing. They don't even know what it's about. So that too, right there, is crazy. Some people don't even know what having bills in their name is like. All they know is, all they go around is with their little trash bag going from house to house.
we can't keep trashing the fella. Cause
But
that's
I'm
Oh
waiting for
no,
y'all. I'm
it's
waiting for you
women
to
too.
answer.
And
fella.
look,
Y'all didn't answer my
look,
question. Nate or Lorraine did not answer my question.
and then
Like,
talk
how
your
would y'all
talk
feel
if you
if
got
your
something
woman
about
was
women
working
though.
at? Hold on, okay.
What
Your
about
woman
what about
working.
all the women that look at men as financial opportunities? Like you don't. It's not a. It's women out here that aren't looking for love. Can we keep it a stack and say that
Yeah,
they
we
looking
could.
for people that can put them in a position to work? They can get money.
Right. I brought that up.
That's
Definitely, I
true.
brought that up. There is definitely women out there, gold diggers coming after.
And not even
It
necessarily
is.
like superstar and all of that. The good guys like me and Nate. You get what I'm saying? They coming
Look,
to us.
I'm
Wait,
cheap,
I can't
so
hear you. So mute your thing real quick.
You ain't the,
I'm
I'm not cheap with myself, but I'm cheap with everything else.
I'm cheap. I'm cheap with myself too. Like I'm what you see is what you get. I'm cheap, so look, don't ask me for nothing. I'm willing to help you out, and we gonna help and build together. But
But y'all
other than
still did
that,
not answer the question. Y'all, Lorraine, you just brought up another scenario. You said about women that are gold diggers. There's definitely women that are gold diggers and shady, just like there's men that use women all the time for their own gain. But what about if you are in a household with a woman and she's working like at the mall or a low paying job and she's been at that job for 3 years and you're the one continuously paying all the bills and she's just paying the cable bill? At some point, are you going to say something to her, or are you just going to like be okay with that, or is it an issue? Is it not? Are you going to try to elevate her to say, "What's your next step, mama? Like, what's good?" Or are you just going to sit there and let her just keep working at the mall?
no, we gonna have that conversation. Like, so what you like to do in life? Like, what is your goals? What do you want to do? You going back to school? You about to look for some new jobs? You want to be a nurse? What do you want to do? Like, we not gonna stay stagnant. We want to build. If we're supposed to be building, that's what we're supposed to be doing. The goal is for both of us to get in a position where we both can save money to do something bigger, or just have some money somewhere that's making money for us. The
Right.
goal is not to just be stagnant and looking at each other like I love you too. I love you too.
Yeah, because
Like,
love
nah,
definitely
that's
ain't
not
got
the
to take.
goal. That's after a while, that's like, look, I'm tired of looking at you. Like, you over here struggling. I'm over here looking at you like, come on now, you got to do something. So we not doing that. Like, I mean, we all had like I said with the Lorraine. I used to work at UPS, and I used to go there and get my little check that was like $275 a week. And I used to look at this shit like, nah, this is not my life, B. This is not what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life. So you just got to hit that point though.
I think
What
one
about
of
you?
the parts is like I'm attracted to a woman that got ambition
Drive.
and drive. Like I'm attracted to a woman that could like think of something, figure out how to do that shit, and then do it. Get what? So a woman that ain't doing that, I'm not gonna be attracted to her in the first place. It ain't like visually might grab you at first, but I'm not even gonna let you get serious with me if you not out your shit. You know what I'm saying? But another thing, like I think any woman that deal with me, they fortunate to be fucking with me because I'm just that type of guy. Like I motivate people just off regular conversation. Part of it because I'm a good listener. And I'm able to hear what you tell me you want outside of what you got.
Right.
And I'm the type of person that's going to develop conversations on how you could get to that and get you excited. But they've been dealing with life that resists that type of shit, and I understand that. And I'm willing to kind of chop through some of that. But I think I'm a good sense of character. So if I deal with you, I'm not. If you're not like, I don't like insecurity. So number one, care about yourself. That's a turn off. But if you don't have drive to not even want something better, but just keep pushing because there's a lot of shit that's gonna tell you not to keep pushing.
Right.
And some women just want to be like, oh, I give you, my body. They just offer their
That's not gonna be
body, and
enough.
that's
No,
just it.
That's not gonna be enough, and vice versa with a male.
about my
Like
shit.
we ain't about to just keep trying to.
No, I said women.
No.
You,
That's not payment because
all right.
I could get paid. You get what? So,
Fix this, Sister Vanessa.
if you look at
I can't hear you.
I thought it was just me.
I could. You was talk again, Lorraine.
no, I was saying I don't look at sex as payment. So if you try to see that as payment, I at you and we gonna break even. You gotta bring something.
Right.
I'm gonna need that 40.
Yeah.
My shit 42.
I'm gonna need that 40.
I need that 40. I gotta
Just
go.
leave it on the dresser, shorty. I'll see you tomorrow.
Negative. Yo.
I'm just
Okay, so
saying.
you hear what y'all saying, right? That's what we're saying as women. Like, we not, like I said, I think that on some, I don't know. I mean, I know there are men that are definitely bendable and like, okay, you know what? She don't got this right now. You know, I'm going to handle the bills. But at some point, I just feel like you won't have to contribute. Unless you a man that actually wants to pay all the bills, then okay, fine. But I think most men are in a situation they're going to want their partner to, at some point, you have to do something. Period. Like, and that's vice versa. Wait, my mother is stupid. Oh, what's up, shout outs? My mother said, how about them Cowboys? Now we won. We had
They must be winning.
all right, she said attracted to a woman who can balance a checkbook. I know that's right now. And she said everybody deals with some type of insecurity. I know that's right. It might not be that physical, but it's everybody's insecurities. She says sex ain't no good when you got a shut off notice in the man.
Don't worry, girl. We can do it in the
For real.
dark.
Yo, bro. Really, Pastor Tracy? You speaking facts though. Be side-eyeing your ass in the bed like, what? Sorry. All right. But I don't know. I just think that finances when you're in a relationship is with both parties' responsibility. And I think that it's both parties' responsibility to keep up with the communication. And yeah, I know like y'all say like we shouldn't, or for vice versa, like we shouldn't expect. But like I said, if I see my man struggling with something, I'm gonna step up. If he see me struggling with something, I will hope that he steps up. Like if that's an unspoken rule to me. But I'm not gonna down you because you're making $300 a week. Like
Right.
listen, I could have been just making that and I just upgraded. Anything
Right.
that we haven't, like that shit could drop at the fucking
Drop of a
it could
dime.
just erase at the drop of a dime. Like we could be up here so quick and then we could be down here.
Down here, right.
We could be down here so
But it-
quick. So it's like
Oh,
I will, you know.
I'm just gonna help elevate you to
the
one
goal
more.
50-50.
Huh? What you said?
I was asking, I hear you, but is the goal for us to get the 50-50? Is that the goal?
No, I mean
For us to
whatever works
split
for your household. It doesn't have to be the goal of 50-50. I mean whatever works for your household. I know a lot of people say 50-50, but I think
whatever y'all situation is, whatever y'all
Right.
agree on. Some people,
Right.
some people lifestyle ain't 50-50.
Right.
It's just whatever y'all agree on.
Whatever works for the household, like you said, Shantae, because at the end of the day,
Right.
you know, things happen, and the way the world goes, sometimes, you know, things can't work out the way you want them to. So you gotta just build. You can build around what you have, and just work towards. As long as you're willing to work towards something better and something more, then I guess at the end of the day, I look at it like shit. If I'm doing 80 and you doing if I'm doing 80 and you doing the rest, then it's cool. Whatever works for the household. Even I'm not gonna lie, I've been in positions where you feel me, like I was the breadwinner. You feel me, the whole time for a long while, but it worked out because in other aspects, other things were done, which I didn't have to worry about. But then, you know, after a while, but in the mix of it, I still elevated him to make sure, you know, he want more than just that. Like, okay, it's time for us to think about what we want in the next 5 years.
Do y'all hear yourselves? Because in one breath, y'all saying, I do the 80-20. And then the other breath, you like, nah, well.
We're saying down the line.
Little while.
Yeah.
But they got to get more than the 80-20 eventually.
Depending on situations.
Because you know what, Ray?
Because at the end of the day, like she said, you're not gonna downplay that. I'm not gonna downplay you because you can't.
I'm not gonna downplay you, but baby, we're gonna miss.
No
situation. Yeah, at some point, each person going to elevate somewhere. Just think of that. So at some point, somebody got to elevate. Everybody ain't going to stay the same, and at least the other person should want to get up to where the next person is. Nobody should want less. Everybody should want more. Straight like that. We're going to let you rock for a little while.
So the goal is 50-50. Eventually, we should be able to get to 50-50 eventually.
We should be able to get to 100-100, which means we're both putting
right
all around the board.
That's not real.
Facts, Shantae.
Yes,
it is real. Because if I say 100 and 100 is already real. It's already out there.
What you mean that's not real?
And then, hold up. At first, this was a man. I could have sworn this was a man where jobs was for men, this, that, and the third. Like,
oh no, shit is real.
Y'all done took that over. We done had that discussion many times. Women now are out making. They make more money than women now. Like women have more money and more opportunity than men. Remember a long time ago, I said 80%. They said 80% of women who buy their own homes don't get married, and that's part of the reason why.
I mean, it's still a struggle in the workplace with women making the same amount.
It's still, but no, there's more. Okay, let me clean that up. There's more women working than there are men working. Men may make more money, but there's more women, educated women, working than men. It's a fact.
And it's growing.
And it's growing. Yeah.
So does that give you is that like an excuse or something? Like, I'm confused.
Nah, it's not an excuse.
Right?
It's not an
'Cause-
excuse, but what I'm saying is 100%. Like, okay, let's just keep it real, okay? So you got the dude that's in the hood that really can't get a job working at a factory making, we gonna say $18 an hour. Then you got this female that had just graduated nursing school making what, $24 an hour. Are you expecting him to somehow catch up to her
from
in
the
her earning
hood.
pace?
Yo, do you know what the warehouse?
So from the
training
hood,
look like?
what you
I'm asking.
meaning though?
No, for
What I'm
real.
saying from the hood,
From the
from the
hood,
hood,
what? He
or
got a record and stuff. He got a record.
okay, you can say that if you want to. He got a record. He used to just
But if he
chilling in the
do, he
streets.
chose his own life, and now he need to go around it. Like, ain't nobody made you choose your life. But at the end of the day, we all
Okay,
gonna have to get better where we need to be. It ain't no excuses in life.
but
Like, we all can
like
come
I
up with mad
said,
excuses, but the goal
no,
is
it's not an excuse though. Do you
go ahead.
expect him to catch up to the educated woman, knowing he's not like he got a high school? Probably got a high school diploma or GED, trying to catch up to somebody
If
that's going to school and got
if a woman
degrees.
could wait
If she
till she's 50 and still get her degree, he could do it too. Anything that you can do, I can do better. Or anything,
no,
I don't care. It ain't no for us.
Goal is
It's just
50%.
nothing. No excuse.
It can't
no,
be
it
100.
has to be
That's what I'm
if it's
saying. The
warehouse.
goal can't be 100%. It's gonna be 50%.
When
Either way.
I say 100%, I'm not talking about money.
For you to set yourself at 50, that's crazy.
Giving 100% of you.
But 50 meaning being 100 with, I mean 100 with yourself, being like whatever you bring into the table.
Right.
Sorry, Shantae.
No.
Look.
Basically, 100.
Ain't nobody bringing 100% of they paycheck or whatever
Nah, Nate
to
just
the
told you.
table
I ain't saying
because everybody got their own bills. That would be impossible. Like you probably got some old credit card bills you need to pay off that you can't bring that 100% because you still need to pay that off. You probably got them old
She
student
said
loans.
100 meaning being straight with yourself. If we
I'm
think
not
about it, like you got to be
talking
100 with yourself.
Nate, my mother about to go
Right.
on you. She said it's real. My husband and I
Like
are
you got to
doing
know where you.
100% every
Sorry.
day. Yes, we do. She said my husband held it down working while I was out of work for 3 years, and we struggled and pressed through and met our goal. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, of course.
you could be gone, you could be down, you could not even down, you could not be making more than me or whatever. But it's just
You
like
gonna do
at
that
some
for 3
point-
years, Shantae? You
Huh?
gonna hold me down for 3 years?
Yeah, as
Hell
long as you
yeah.
do what you do.
As
Why
long
not?
as
Long
change
as
is
you-
coming,
long as
change
you-
is coming, and I see
Hey,
it.
As long
lying,
as you're showing
Nate.
improving, I don't have a problem. It's the actions I need to see. If you're not
Exactly.
showing that, and
Long as you
you're
trying.
If you saying I'm gonna get, just if you
not
say
looking
wait for me for
jobs,
3
no, I'm
years,
not holding you down, nigga. But if you're doing what you need to do, a woman has no problem holding it down for a man, and I don't think y'all get that. Like, as
She
long as you
don't.
are doing what you need to do. If you're not doing what you need
Right.
to do,
And
then
you sitting there
it's
on
a
your ass
problem.
doing shit and just letting me rock. That's when it's a problem.
Right. If you say give me 3 years, if I don't see you moving in them 3 years, we got a problem. Like, cause you really
Right.
literally going to wait 3 years. I'm waiting to see. Nah, throughout this, you be like, yo, I'm about to make this into 1 year. You feel me? Like, do that.
Yo,
Other than that, nobody not worrying about you. We not sweating you. Do you, boo?
Play those type of games.
Right.
We will
Kia,
buy
what you
you a
gotta
house.
say?
Yo, it's crazy.
I said a
Kia,
man
what
can
you-
still be a real man making less than his woman.
Thank
It's all about the
you.
effort. It's all about the effort that he contribute to the relationship. I don't care if you bring him
Oh,
home $200 a week or $2,000
Physically,
a week.
emotionally, mentally, everything.
You
It's
could
just
still be the best man on earth because you could be the worst nigga on the
Making
planet
them
coming home
giving
with
me all the money and be the
$5,000 a
worst
week.
nigga ever. Yep.
You could be
real.
the worst.
Lorraine,
So,
first argument, Lorraine. What they gonna say, Lorraine? First argument.
I pay the rent. I pay the
yeah, and y'all gonna say that too. As soon as y'all get mad,
facts, because guys do. We already talked about that.
y'all gonna say that too.
Men definitely
Some guys
do
feel
that.
like as soon as they
That
pay the
goes
bills,
both
they
ways.
feel like they could go out and do whatever they want to do.
We not talking about them.
I don't know nothing about that.
And first of all, a real one ain't gonna brag on what they do, because that's what the hell they supposed to be doing any goddamn way.
Facts.
I'm gonna
Facts.
remind you on what I pay. I know what the hell I pay, and you know
These
what the hell
ladies
I
got
pay.
facts.
You know
For
what I
real.
brought to the table when you asked me my goddamn name, because I told you, and you've been watching me before you even tried to bag me. So you know what
Right.
type of chick I am.
Right. So you know when you come
You know,
in.
you know
Right.
how I'm coming in. So
Do.
Boom.
don't
You hear
even
this,
try to
Lorraine?
play me. Don't try to play me.
You
when
hear
you
this?
get
And
mad.
and obviously we accepted you for how
I'm
you
trying to
are,
figure out
but
what
come
y'all
on now.
hearing.
You know
No.
how I'm coming in before you even ask me for my number.
For
You be
real,
watching,
like
'cause
stop playing.
that's what men do. Y'all watch females for a minute before you make that move.
Sure
So
do.
before you even say you want to get to know me, you somewhat sort of know how I carry myself. So when you get mad, don't try to play me. Like don't.
Right.
Like
Oh,
Lorraine, y'all
what?
be watching this chick named Kid. She holding it down at home. I'm about to go
Yeah.
bag
Yo,
that.
Yo, she got
Nah, not
niggas be
for
like,
the
yo,
Nigga, she
she got
paying
dick, she
all the
got a
bills over
Ferrari.
left. I hear you.
Yeah, and then because
go
I
to the
am that
left.
type of woman,
Her lights ain't
if
never
I'm
been cut
settling
off,
down
dog.
with
I'm
you,
going
I
over
heard
there.
her friends stay full, yo.
That's sad.
wait, Ray, don't come over today because it ain't
That's happening.
popping today. Hey, Ray, don't come over today because it ain't lit right now, okay?
And it's crazy because
Nah,
people
but
look at what people got for real.
yeah, like y'all be knowing, dudes be knowing. Like, and if you see me holding it down, then if you my man or my friend or whatever you are, you should want to help me just on the
Respect
street to
it.
see me doing it,
Right.
just like that.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
And if
She
you was
got
doing
heat.
it,
Instead of
if
some
you was
people,
doing it out of the kindness of your heart, you wouldn't never even have to open your mouth and be
okay,
like, well, I've been doing this
still
for
got
all
30
this
minutes.
time.
Yeah, you don't have to because a woman gonna appreciate it. She gonna show you some form, a real one. Anyway.
Don't get it twisted.
She gonna
Not
show
all
you
women
at some point that she appreciates it.
Not all
Right.
women are
Right.
like that, and not all
I'm
men
sorry
are
that
like
y'all used
that.
to
But
dealing
we
with
just
some
saying
ungrateful
it is
ass
some real
females. That's what it
good
sounds
ones
like.
out there that's hard working and dedicated to what they do by themselves, and a man is just extra. You know what I'm saying? And vice
Right.
versa. It's some single men out there
It's a
that's
fact.
holding it down without a woman, and when they meet that right woman, then she will
Fact.
just be the extra. You know what I'm saying? It go both ways.
Right. It definitely do.
My mother said, I will hold my husband down for 3 years. And she said, a real woman don't need to say that she know and her action speaks.
Yeah,
Facts,
that's
Mom.
why I
Thanks
just
for
said,
raising
like,
me.
you know, y'all be knowing.
So I don't know what type of females y'all used to dealing with, but it sounds like y'all was dealing with some gold diggers.
I'll be there in a
Go
few
ahead,
minutes.
Miss Tracy.
Pretty much.
Right? She's speaking on that wisdom.
So you holding down your boyfriend or you holding down your husband?
Whatever he may
How long
be,
you my
whoever,
boyfriend?
whatever. If it's solid,
I'm just
if
asking.
if
I'm
it's
just
solid,
asking.
if that person is worth it, Nate, they got to be worth
Right,
it.
Nate? It's all about if they worth it, yo.
If they worth it, I feel any man that's with a woman and she's worth it, he should be damn near doing somersaults to help this woman achieve her best goals. Help her if she's worth it. And vice versa. Women, if we're dealing with a man who's solid and he's worth it, then damn it, you stand by your man and you help him.
Right.
And you don't belittle him and you don't make him feel any less than a man if he working at UPS and he coming home with $200.
Right.
Because
you chose
he could
him.
be coming home with $2,000 and cheating on your ass, and you be crying all motherfucking night.
Facts, because I know there's dudes like that too. Oh, I take care of this, I take care of that, so I can do what I want. No, the fuck you can't.
What the freak?
But that's their mentality when they got a lot of money and they taking care of all the bills. Nah, we don't gotta take care of the bills.
I never was the type of female that was fascinated by what a man got.
Me neither.
I
Money
never
and
was.
all of that.
You can have
Right.
$1 million in the bank or $10.
We be going
in the
after
bank.
the heart, the mind, the body, the
If I
soul,
like
you
you,
feel me? And other people, they
Well, not all women, but most, yeah. No, because I mean, they said it's some gold diggers, so I mean, it's true, but we don't want, that's not what most of us go after. Like, we looking at everything else. Yeah, finances are important. And like I said, it's definitely important when y'all start really getting involved with each other and stuff like that. Y'all need to know where financially each other is at. That's important. But as a woman, that's, for me anyways, that's not the first thing. And for the rest of the ladies up here, that's not the first thing we're looking at. We're not looking at if you got on a big ass chain and you flashing $5,000 in my face, because to me,
it's how you capture it. Like how you capture
you're
it is
not
how
gonna
you
get my
move, how
attention.
you talk,
Like you stupid.
how you walk.
Yeah, I hate a person that show off. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah,
to
like
show off neither. Don't do that. Please don't.
right. And that's how my like last really like it was about like fighting. Like, nigga, I don't like that's cool, but that doesn't make me jump. You feel me? Yes, like I said, finances are important, and we're together as a team. So when we come together as a team, then yes, it's all important. But I don't be all with that. Like I don't care about that. Stop.
Yo, I think when you a team from the get go, you're never gonna have financial arguments
At all.
Yep.
When you're not in it for the money from the beginning, you're never gonna have financial disagreements. Y'all gonna know where each other stand at financially.
Right.
Right.
Nick, my mother said I ain't got
I ain't got no boyfriend.
Nick, don't
I know you ain't got no boyfriend. It was just a question.
And she said, Al said you should both be evolving with or without money. Correct.
Yeah.
Facts.
She said you gonna get it too, Sean said, well, I'm gonna get it. Well, I do. You gotta get off. I mean, like I said, I know this all easier said than done, but in reality, I feel like that's how us women think. Like, if we dealing with somebody that, you know, or even like say if you like, man, I'm trying to get my degree right now, or, you know, maybe I'm trying to start this business right now, so I really don't want to work, you know, maybe a full-time job or
Right.
whatever. And, you know, we'll be willing to be open to that and be like, okay, you know, well, maybe I could work around that with you.
I'm willing to buy
But
the
I
tools.
just
Stop
can't, it's
playing.
hard to help a man that's not trying. Like, it's really hard to.
Because at the end of the day, him having that business, Shantae, trying to work a business, trying to obtain a business, he's trying to
Right.
go for more. So why?
Right.
So why make him? Make him
Why
feel
make it
like,
difficult?
no, I need you all the way. No, let him fulfill that dream because you never know what that business is gonna bring to the
Right.
table.
Right.
Right.
And
But you
that's
still
vice
gotta pay
versa,
one
even
bill.
for a female.
All we need is that
one
support, that motivation, support motivation. And like if that person believe in something and you don't believe in it too, that's where it mess up too. Because some people let them just think about their dream by themselves and don't have no type of energy for them.
Right.
So you
Gotta
won't be
have
no
support.
help
Gotta support
at all. Because I know me doing my business, like when I walk out here, get ready to go do my organization or whatever, I need my partner to be like, you got this, go out there, you feel me? But of course I'm gonna hype myself up, but if that other person is on the side of you, rooting for you, with you, you gonna be able to
You
make
know
it.
how much
Everything is
better that
possible.
feels? Oh my gosh.
That's why I
a
say
good
you
feeling.
gotta be a team. You gotta be a team player, and you gotta coach each other up and encourage each other up. When one is feeling down,
Cheerleader, I'm your biggest fan.
hell yeah, be coachable
You need
for
a
one another.
secretary? You ain't gotta order no secretary. I'll be the
Facts,
secretary
like, we
for
gonna do
now.
this together. Exactly.
Hey.
You do not need her. Shoot.
Because you know, at some point you just don't want your woman to feel like now she's just being used because after 3 and 4 or 5 years, you ain't do nothing. Like, that's not a
Right.
good feeling. Like, okay, I held it down literally for us. Like, I'm taking care of everything. I'm doing what we need to. I'm doing what I need to do. What about you after all those years? Like, at some point, I'm gonna start feeling some type of
And
way.
that's when
definitely-
psycho come in. That's when rage come in, because at the end of the day, it's been too long with silence. Like, come on, where the action at for real?
Well, we
Now
all
I'm
just
gonna
finished
think you some
watching.
type of. Now I'm gonna think you some type of narcissist, or I'm gonna start labeling you as some type of stuff, because I need to know what the heck is going on here and what am I into.
Well, we just all watched that movie where she held it down for like 20 years
Oh, the movie
I know.
Haven't talked about
before his shit.
Oh,
Before
Nate,
his
don't
shit.
even bring that back up.
Before his shit popped off. I'm just saying.
That
I'm just saying.
that was a
Don't
good
I
topic,
thought
yo.
about
That
that.
was 20 years. It took
don't
20
go back
She
years.
into
held it
that.
down for 20 and all that shit that was building up inside her ass, okay? And she done turned deranged, crazy, and everything
She
else.
blew up, died, everything, mad time. She died a million times.
So sometimes it take a little bit longer for that dream to manifest, you
Okay,
know.
Nate, we're not about to talk about that because
Oh no,
he
because
could have
that
handled
one
the
I don't agree
situation
with you,
better.
Nate. That's
Don't
too
sweat
damn
Nate, because
long.
he could
Y'all
have
putting a
handled it
3 year
better.
y'all putting a 3 year cap on it. I'm just saying sometimes it take a little longer.
Yeah,
used
well,
to 3 years
like we
as
said,
examples.
actions and a lot of stuff better be being fulfilled because if she start feeling something is missing and you start lacking in other places as well, you hit. You like how it was emotionally or whatever. She wanted some attention, some love. That right there played
He
along
was
with the
he was
20
too
years.
busy manifesting his dreams.
Well, I mean, well, I'm about to call you Web because you're acting like Web now. Nate, yo,
For
he could
real.
have handled that situation. Yo, he could have handled it better how he dealt with her. That's what I don't care what you say. Yeah, she held it down for 20 years, but he could have held her down more than how he did. Period. I don't care. Nope. He just left her to die. Or like Tiffany said, over and over again internally. Like, bruh, you could have handled it a little bit better. You could have did a little bit more. Like Isa said, if you know I'm paying majority of the bills and shit, I come home, the house might be clean and stuff, I'm gonna appreciate that. Like, feel
Right.
me? And you don't know what I'm gonna do for you doing that and handling things, you know, other than the bills. Why you laughing, Lorraine?
Cause you just told me if I can only pay the cable bill, I gotta clean the house.
You gotta have the dishes
I
washed,
gotta
bathroom
get labor.
clean,
You gotta get labor
slippers
out
out
of
the
me for
door.
payment.
Wait, hold on. So where do we meet each other at? Because if I'm paying a $1,200 rent, if I'm paying the cable bill or the light bill will be
I gotta
expensive
cook.
on
I gotta
summer or
cook too.
winter. Hold on. If I'm buying all the household
That's
products,
nice.
I'm just confused.
I'm buying the juice.
Yeah, little things should be done.
I come
Buying
over
the
with the
juice.
Henny.
What'd you say?
Ray,
I'm
you
coming
just
over.
want to Ray, you want to spend the night for
I'm coming
free.
over with the Henny.
Fuck that, Henny.
If I buy a comforter set, I live there, and you can't kick me
No.
out. So.
No, that's not what that means.
No comment.
Wow.
I just cut the grass, you know.
If I come home and you got a random comforter set on the bed,
Cutting the grass is a lot.
Facts.
And
I'm tired
you
of
know
it.
what I just thought about?
$50, $60.
Oh baby.
Everybody calling us.
Yes, but okay. We all can clean the house. She said, where the kids at? Give them chores. Dumb. Like, I know, Mom. She said, yes, it is, because I'm not cutting grass. I know that's right.
and hold up, a lot of people don't realize that some people be doing wifey stuff and some people be doing husband things that it shouldn't even be there. We not even really, like, if we think about it,
Yeah.
women end up doing wifey material stuff that she shouldn't even be doing. We not married or whatever, or we might not be that serious, and we be already doing these things before we a wife or a husband. Like, as we already gonna come as a wife, I am that wife, but I should not be doing all these wife things and you ain't even ready to wife me up, like, for real.
Right, I shouldn't be picking up your kids from school. You better do that.
Facts.
I'm just joking.
All right.
But we know we can help. We just don't
Got
want
me
to take
doing all these husbandly
If you
things.
can see yourself about to,
Yo, my mother said,
if we can see ourselves really getting somewhere and it's equal.
yo, Pastor, get off right now. Always giving up the milk for free, yo. Oh, man. What was I gonna say? So wait, you said you got to pick your own kids up. Damn. How long it take for you to pick my kids up from school?
How long we gotta get in a
That's where
relationship?
things gotta be start. Like, that's where communication need to be taught, because now we starting to do some next level stuff. Like, I'm about to be their little stepdaddy or something like that. Like, what was they doing before you got there? But if you wanted to come in and help her,
right.
Sorry.
That's a big step, because now I'm engaging with the kids, and I'm trying to and I gotta make them feel comfortable jumping in the car. So that's a different level. But like, if you just
I agree.
I mean,
went
he
in the
should
diner,
be.
like you said, yeah, I'm just spending the night around.
I think that level got to
Like
become
you shouldn't
come
even
before
be,
the
you shouldn't even be
finances, though.
telling this.
First
That
of
level
all,
got to come from the finances.
if you
I just
just
want y'all to
spending
know
the
I was
night,
joking.
if it's just spending the night, the kids shouldn't even be there when you spending the night.
Right. If you spending the night, my
For
kids not
real.
about to be home.
The
You ain't
kids
even
gotta
about
be
to be
gone.
seen or heard or
They
known.
not about. My kids gotta go somewhere else.
Right.
They
Right,
not
but
about
if
to-
Right.
you in it to win it, and these kids know you, and you know got a
Right.
relationship with you, then shit, nigga, you coming over playing Madden too? Then damn it,
Right.
that's
For
what we doing.
real.
But if you just on a
For
spending
real.
the
Yeah.
night
Yeah.
type of thing, the kids got to be gone.
Right. Especially, well, shit on both ends. I'm about to say boys and girls and boys. Because I know I got girls. Ain't no fucking way in hell.
Right.
I know
By
it's
the
real
No, it ain't
hard.
even just that. Like I always was conscious of bringing the women around my son. Like number one, like just me being on some asshole shit. I don't want him to get attached to you because I want to be in control of that. Like you got to be first because he don't know no better.
Right.
You just be nice and bring up ice cream and shit, and he gonna fall for that. So I ain't even gonna put him in a position to have to figure that out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you
Right.
did get
Yeah,
the
I gotta-
opportunity to
I
get
gotta
to know
get
Lil
those.
Ray, that's different.
I
My
agree.
boys is 21 and 14. I bring a non-identified nigga in my house. They gonna be like
Who that?
For real.
All of these kids.
Mommy,
Same here,
who
same
that
here,
naked nigga in the refrigerator?
You gonna be
my
like,
son
who
got
For
more
real.
facial hair on his face than you do, nigga. Who is you?
Mom, who
You
this
ain't
nigga
my
you got his
daddy.
boxes in my
You
refrigerator
ain't
eating
my
my
pappy.
snacks?
Like,
Ma,
can
he
I
in my
talk
Rice
to you
Krispies
for a
up.
second, ma? Can I talk to you for a second?
Who this nigga?
Cause you ain't say you was having company over here.
Yo.
Who?
You know how many questions you about to get? Hell no. My kids
Yeah.
not
That's right. You get there at 10 and you leave at 6.
That's why if you plan on having fun, you better do it when they like 1 and 2. Cause when they grow up, oh no, it's a problem now.
It's a wrap.
10 to 6.
You're right.
10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
No.
No, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Nigga, no. My kids don't even be here.
In and out.
I don't even want.
For real.
Nah, my kids
The
are
stay in the
like they
night
want
part
in the
is
room.
kind
They
of.
don't. Nah. I always been like that. Like, I mean, relationship different because then I'm building a bond with that person. But if it's somebody that I'm just like sleeping with, you're
Right.
not. I'm in here when my kids are here. I don't give a fuck if it's night. I don't give a fuck if it's 12 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
you're not staying the night.
Because
Niggas coming over.
my kids come in my youngest be trying to come in my room and sleep in the middle of the night. She about to walk in there and see no nigga in my bed.
Or you just
He
think
goes,
about the thought that if you're sleeping and everybody in their room, this person could be creeping around the house. Nah, I can't sleep. I'm sorry.
Y'all be talking crazy.
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Didi? He said hello, everyone. Late as always. It's straight. We still live. She said, wait, don't be dropping no kids off. It's a different level. I think a lot of women move too quick. We're inviting men in their lives and they know nothing about the dude.
For real.
Yeah.
And then the crazy part, like you see how Larray, you know, he is. If he's the type of person that, like, you started taking the kids to school, this, that, and the third. It's crazy because some guys are real good guys where just as good as us women, you know, we go end up picking up somebody's son, this, that, and the third. It's just crazy that the world is so messed up that men are viewed in this type of way, like a predator automatically. You feel me? But it's some who are, you feel me? They don't even play that shit. They making sure your daughter got on clothes or, you feel me? It's just, I just had to bring that up. It's a sad world
That's
that
true.
some good guys, they don't even they cross the street just because they don't want to feel like this lady think that they
That's
trying
true.
to rape her or something like that. I think it's mad
Right.
sad because we just look at everybody like, oh, predator.
That's true.
Right.
I just
I
think
mean,
that
but listen,
black
I
kids
got
that
girls and I got girls and I look at everybody as other. You know what I
Who he
mean?
said?
So I get it.
He got girls and he look at them basically in a certain type of way. So it's understandable, but I just had to bring up the thought, like some men who like they good with their own daughters or whatever, they understand like how they feel, but it's just a crazy world that we live in that if you think of a man, it's like almost you just automatically think they might touch your child, or you just ain't trust nobody. But we can't trust nobody, not even women these days. You
Right.
can't trust them either.
Days, women been doing it to
Yeah,
black
I
boys.
just had to say these
But
days, like you
I
just
think that
for
that has a
real.
lot to do with just the black community and a lot of things that we went through, especially, well, as the black community, especially dealing with, family members being touched by family members, all type of shit, the family sweeping it under the rug. I really think like a lot of that
Yeah,
has to do with the mentality of, okay, like, listen, you don't want that to happen to your child, so you on
fact.
radar at all times, and that person could get to a point where they really make you feel comfortable enough to be like, all right,
Yep,
I feel like they'll be good around my child. You feel me? But as a mom, and as a dad, you're gonna really watch and see what's going on just to make sure, because you
fact.
don't ever want your child to go through something like that,
Right.
You
especially.
ain't never letting that. You making sure that past that generation, like whatever came after you, you ain't about to let it come after your child because that stuff be still alive. And some of them people who did it when they were small, they still probably doing it now to
My
other people's
daughter
kids.
told me she got raped. I'm killing everything.
Moving.
We all got killing us. I swear.
I don't even care about sending a cell. You rape my daughter, I'm finding you. I don't give a. The law ain't gonna do enough. Like,
You going down slow. I'm shooting your first toe, your second
you
toe,
gotta be up in
your
a in
third
a
toe,
in
your
a
knee.
basement
No, I'm just playing.
somewhere, wrapped up in some fucking black tape, being tortured. You do something to my child. That's why I be trying to keep my kids off the streets. 'Cause I don't got time. I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
like, I don't even know how back then parents let their children go through stuff like that, and just because it was family, like they swept it under the rug. Like, that's
Right.
some that's fucked up, yo. Like, when you think about it, like, you my mom, you my dad, and I told you, and you knew that this is happening, and like, you ain't even do nothing. Like, that's I could never imagine. I don't give a fuck if you my
Disgusting.
uncle, my aunt, whoever. Like, you're going down, family or
I
not.
think that's a whole talk with Teasy right there.
Yeah,
Those
that's
type of
another topic.
situations. Yeah, I think that and like people leaving it like kidnapping. You feel me? I think that kidnapping, just leaving it, people who won't even be watching their kids and stuff. I think that's a whole conversation.
Yeah, we can talk about that one day. But let's get back. Yeah, let's get back to the
I know, right?
financial part. No, but I just had to say that because that's crazy. I don't understand. Um,
Fact.
but yeah, back to the finances. So I feel, like I said, I will help you. I will hold you down. Do what you gotta do, and vice versa. But it's just at some point we gotta elevate. And if even with us working, like, okay, say we working together to build up, and say I get my credit score right before you feel me, but you still working on your shit. I just keep using the credit score because we know in today's world, honestly, and in the next going on, that's all that's gonna be about. Credit cards ain't gonna be no cash, I mean none of that shit. So if I elevated quicker than you, like my score went up way quicker than you feel me? Now I'm able to do some things, like, but I'm willing to deal with that and say, okay, I could do this right now as long as you are working on your shit. Like, and the only time I could look at it as if you having a downtime and you're not really handling your business, like, something had to happen. Like, you could have got hurt. You might be going through some emotional shit. Like, those things are real. So I don't want to just dismiss them and be like, nah, motherfucker, like, you got to do this, you got to do that. And you might be dealing with depression. You might be going through some shit. You feel me? But when you know your partner, that's the type of things you kind of tap into and understand. So at that point, those are reasons and things that I could be like, all right, he's not slouching. He's going through something right now, and I'm gonna have to hold it down. So those are examples of me holding it down when you're not able to actually maintain or work or do anything that you need to do.
Well, I bring a lot to the table when it come down to that because I am a credit specialist. So with that being said, I for the last 2 years,
I can't hear you, Isa.
you can't hear me.
No, go
You
ahead,
can hear
talk
me.
again.
You can hear me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bring a lot to the table when it come down to that point when it come down to credit because for the last 3 years, I worked on my own credit. I researched. I did a lot of things on account of some friends who already was in the credit world and helping people with credit. So in any relationship I have, it's an intimate relationship, a friendship, you know, even my female friends. I'm to the table. I will bring helping with credit. I don't charge. People be like, "Oh, you could charge for that." It's cool, but at the same token, our community is so broken down and they lack so much resources that I'd rather help build them so we could get this start
Right.
getting community back on track. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't thinking about credit when I was 18. I got my first credit card, and
Right. Nobody
I
wasn't
messed
thinking
my
about
credit
paying
up
their asses
so
back. I
bad.
ain't know that I had to pay them back.
Right. Well, I knew I had to pay them back, but I just was like, no, I'd rather nah. But
When I
Right.
say I was taught zero about
Not
credit,
realizing that it's
finances,
not
I ain't
yours,
use that
like
shit.
for real.
right, really. So it took me a minute. So when it come down to a relationship, I definitely, I put people on my credit without, and you can do this. Like Shantae, like if I
Hmm.
wanted to put you on my credit, I could. I don't have to give you no card, no nothing, and I'll build your credit just like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's, but at the same token, I'm not about to put these blood, sweat, and tears either, and you ain't doing no work. You got to put work
To
just like
build up somebody.
right. I mean, it's easily said than done, but what are you gonna do from there? Like I could put you on one of my credit cards
Right.
and build your credit up. You feel me? But what do you do from there? How you gonna start maintaining it now? Because I could take you off easily.
Hmm.
It's
The
nothing
next
to off,
day.
but what you gonna do with it after that? So
Right. Now that your score going up, how you about to handle this? Are you
right.
about to go
I got you.
Cause as
paying
quick
your
as they go up, them scores be going down. You do one
Oh
little
my God,
move.
I hate credit. I ain't gonna lie. It don't be making no sense. Like you pay off your car, your credit go down. Like, nigga, what? I done paid off this car for 4
Basically,
years and
the
my
best
credit
thing
went
is
down.
I'm gonna just say
You're not
this: your
paying on nothing.
utilization rate.
Huh?
Your utilization rate is the most important. You can't. They want to
oh
make sure that you are responsible. All that money is not truly yours. They only want you to spend 30% of it.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I got up to 723 in 1 year. That's how I learned it for
I know
myself
that's
as
right.
well. Like,
Let me tell you, 750 in 1 year, and that's finding out all the stuff you can put on your credit. Just like when you don't pay, when you have a light bill and a gas bill, people be like, "Oh, it don't matter because they only put it on your they put it on your credit report when it's bad." No, now they got it to where
Now is where they putting it on what you paying that shit.
right,
Oh, you about to take my Hulu
yep,
payment for credit?
your cell phone,
for
everything,
real.
Yup,
everything.
everything. We really don't got no excuse. They
Even
starting
even
to take everything that's gonna help build up
even
our
like
credit.
with shopping, now they got Afterpay, Carvana, and all that stuff. If
Oh
you
yeah.
utilize those
Yeah.
things, that
Oh,
helps
that
your
works
credit
too.
too. Yes,
Oh, I ain't know that. Oh,
you
I'm
get a
gonna look
spending
into
limit.
that.
That's how they be giving you how much they want to give. Some things give you money
Yeah, so
depending on your
so
credit too.
so with Afterpay and Carvana, they give you as you pay, they give you a spending limit. You start getting a spending limit, just like a credit card.
I did not know that.
Mhm.
Yes, girl. Let me
Oh,
tell
nah, we need to sit down.
you, I be shopping.
You could get that most
I mean,
expensive
I
thing
knew
and pay it
about
slowly
Afterpay and
now.
stuff like that, but I didn't know that the Afterpay goes towards building your credit up. I didn't know that. That's good.
Yes,
Yep.
that's
Yeah,
why like
and that's
that's
just
why.
like a firm. A firm.
Yeah, Affirm too. You want to know so crazy? My daughter even have a Afterpay. Like they even letting the kids do it. You got to be a certain age though. I think she was 14 when she got it.
Look at
But
these Jews.
but definitely got it. Like you know, at some point in time, because like I told, like a lot of people don't know me. Those who don't know me, I have a youth program, and I tell my youth all the time, if if you give me $1 million and you continue to mess it up, you think I'm gonna continue to give it to you?
Hell no.
No.
No. So I tell them that because of the community that we live in. They don't do nothing for us over here. You got to understand. No, they will do it, but if we keep tearing it up, which makes you think they're gonna keep doing it?
And then
They
the
about to
biggest
keep.
part is we can't look for other people to create something. We got to start creating stuff ourselves. Cause we always looking for
Right.
the white man. Oh, why they ain't build this? Or why who? It takes an individual to do that. Don't get me started. Go ahead now.
Amen. Amen.
Hallelujah. Like I just
Like
heard.
why they didn't they who? That white man did that himself, or that person did it themselves. Somebody got to do
No,
it.
the fuck they didn't. No, I ain't about to talk with y'all about that. I agree with y'all to an extent about us building stuff for ourselves and us trying to get back the black community. Yes, I definitely am all for that. But it's a lot of things too that be in the way, or situations. That white man ain't just build that up by himself. You think he ain't have those connections and all of that
Hell
type?
Oh,
motherfucking
Like, nah,
yeah.
that's
Oh
not.
of
no, no,
course.
I
That
wasn't
ain't.
saying like by himself. I'm saying like if a skating, like little stuff. Like why they ain't got no skating ring, or why they ain't got the jump thing? You feel me? Like it's just the whole point. You can go you can make that building as well. You can go get that building as yourself. So I ain't saying like the white people they did it themselves, because we know half of them they got mad different accounts, fake accounts, got money switching over here doing this. They got their
They the real
parents. Like it's mad
imposters,
stuff in that
okay?
game going on
Listen, what we fail to
That's a
for
realize,
fact.
real.
we was the first. We was the first black queens and kings. Stop playing with us. They took it from us. So do we? That's another topic. We gonna
Yo,
put that another time.
that's some deep shit.
Facts.
Listen,
But at
Nate,
the
why
end
you
of the day,
quiet? Nate, you know about this stuff, Nate.
I'm just letting y'all talk. Let y'all talk that shit. Go ahead. Like hey,
That shit
my
but
real.
but
credit game
one
is strong. So
but one thing I
I've been.
gotta stop. We gotta stop. Like he said, we gotta stop. We gotta start believing in ourselves. One,
Yep.
we gotta stop having those insecurities and thinking because where we come from we can't. I tell
Right.
my kids all the time,
Right.
I'm from the dirty of the dirtiest of the hood. And guess what? I got a degree and I pushed through. I mean, I'm not rich. I ain't comfortable neither. I'm trying to get
Right.
there. But at the same token, it ain't where you come from. It's what you do with
It's
yourself.
easier to just stay stuck and be like, nah, I'm just from the hood. This all I'm gonna be about. And on some real, we can't fault those that choose that. Some people are actually comfortable like that. Some people
They are.
definition of success to them is maintaining a apartment, doing, having a car, going to work back and forth, being happy, because for everybody, finances are not everything. Some people don't look at success as I need to leave a legacy. Some people don't look at success
Right.
as being out the slums or just trying to have a different atmosphere of life and change.
What?
Some people don't look at it like that. Some people really just look at it like, yo, this is it. And I try not to fault people for that, but it's a lot of us that need to tap into. We can't make the black community better with that mentality. With majority of y'all thinking that way, we're never gonna get better if you just say like, "This is it. I'm fine, and I'm stable, or I feel like I'm stable."
You're right. I mean, because you do have people that in our community that are doing well for themselves. But then you have those who say like I sit down and I listen to the kids and I listen to their ambitions and what they trying to do and they like, but my mom don't have this money to do this to help me go to college, or they don't have this. It doesn't really take that. It takes self motivation to get there. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't think I was gonna be able to go to college, and not saying. And I had my parents worked. They behind off all my life, so but I still didn't think I was gonna be able to do it. But guess what? I pushed through. I got a scholarship. Like and my parents had my back what they could, and I did what I was supposed to do, and that's just pushed through. Everybody mentality is different though, and I'm not gonna lie. We need more of our parents to actually push that on our kids.
But it's hard when that parent don't got that mentality. When that parent is just okay with buying material shit, living in the middle of the hood, knowing everybody from the hood, like, yo, we popular, like everybody know us. And that's all they okay with. How can you elevate your child when that's your way of thinking? Like that child gonna go through some shit, but it's gonna take, a support system, maybe some people from the community to help uplift that child. Cause
Right.
yes, I definitely agree. Y'all all know believing in yourself starts with self, yeah, believing in yourself is where it starts. That's my motto. But as a child, you know how hard that could be.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
mean, but it can be done. It definitely can be done.
Well, you gotta remember too, as parents, as our parents grew up and we started getting into this mentality of wearing all this flashy stuff and this expensive shit, we become paychecks for other people.
Right.
We have become the battery and putting money in other people's pocket. Buying these Jordans, like I always say, buying these Hermes belts. We don't even know Hermes, but we'll buy a belt from them. Buying
Right.
all of this fancy stuff, like it don't even make sense. And then when you leave the hood, like I said, I grew up in Weathersfield. I always wanted like Nikes and Nautica because that's what some of the white kids was rocking, Nautica, and I was like, oh, that's nice. But other than that, they didn't really care about like how expensive their shoes was, or we was wearing Jabot jeans and them shits was expensive as shit. They was wearing Levi's that was like from Sears.
Right.
So like you got to start to cut that out. Finances, you got to start cutting stuff like that out to save money.
But people always be like, "Oh, you only live once." I mean, I get that you do only live
Look,
once, but you
yo,
gonna only live
YOLO,
once and keep sacrificing for some $500
y-
outfit. Like I don't know.
YOLO sold so much liquor in the hood. YOLO sold so much stupidness in the hood because we the only people that was going out there screaming, YOLO, I can buy this. Let me get the whole bottle of Henny for 300. You in the club buying bottles, but can't pay your rent. Like,
Right. Or can't even buy a car for that
Right.
matter. What?
nah,
You know what
that's
I hate when they compare Connecticut to New York? Like, but in New York, motherfuckers catch the bus. We don't live in New York, okay? We live in Hartford. We live in Connecticut. People drive cars. So when you say you get on a bus because you niggas from in New York jump on a bus, you're not living in New York. I hate when people do comparisons like that.
they
Like,
got
you cannot
subways.
compare Hartford to New York far as getting on a bus and you wearing Balenciagas that cost $500-$800 and you're getting on a bus and saying, if I was in New York, I would be catching a bus. Nigga, you ain't in New York.
Right.
And I don't get
It's
that
pri-
comparison. People
it's
be
priorities. It's
that's definitely
priorities, and living out of your means. That's why I said yeah. My girl will tell you I'm cheap. Like I don't want to buy nothing that's not an asset. I'd be like, what? Flowers? They go die in a little while. But if you want them, I'll get them for you. But that's to me, that's a waste of money. It's go die. I'd rather buy you
But
something
Nate, if
like
it's something that make her feel appreciated, you shouldn't look at it like that, Nate.
who shouldn't look at it like that?
If it's something that makes her feel
Yo,
appreciated, why you won't look at it like that?
Yeah.
If she wants her man to get her flowers, you gonna look at it and turn it into a negative, my
so
nigga? That's
so
what
I
you
rather
just did.
look. So if flowers make you feel appreciated, let's not get the flowers. How about we get your nails done and put flowers on your nails? They gonna
But what
last
if that's
longer.
something that she don't want? What if she wants the flowers? Just that's cheaper anyways, first of all. You know how much nails
Okay,
cost these
so
days?
how about this? How about you just
You know
No,
how much
plant
nails?
her
that's
a rose bush outside?
exactly. I go get you some roses from outside. We can go to Elizabeth Park and pick
No,
flowers.
no, no,
I'll
no,
do that.
no. I'm
Yes.
talking about go plant her a rose bush so every time spring comes, the roses bloom and she can
Facts. Let's
all the
learn how to garden, my nigga.
Who's taking care of the rose bush? Who doing that?
you.
My stepfather be out there on his
Hold on, hold on.
business.
Let
He
me
love
check.
his yard. You can't
This
tell no
thumb is
rose in
not
my
green.
yard.
This thumb is
Listen,
not
rose
green.
bush blooms every year.
Yo,
You
he
don't
gonna
have
be
to
getting cut
keep
up.
buying them.
How about some strawberries then? We can do strawberries and grapes.
Yeah, we can make that. We can plant that.
We could do
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah, I live down the street from a flower shop. After talking to him for how much he make off of flowers and how much it costs, I'm looking at it like, why the hell are we buying these things then? Like, it don't make sense. And
What
like
about how
that's
much
how
it
and
costs?
that's and like I said, in our community, that's what we have been tricked to do. We've been tricked to take these things that's sentimental, like wedding rings and flowers and Balenciagas
A ring don't
and
mean shit to me.
Coach purses and all the stuff that's low value and spend
None of
crazy
that.
money on it.
Yeah, none of that means nothing to me.
Exactly. See,
I'm
so
gonna
it's
keep
like,
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Don't buy me nothing that I could buy on my own.
well, see, like
What you
like
mean? Like
Like
if you could afford something, don't buy
no,
it?
no, 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 no. Cause I look at it like this. Like so, I'm more of a how you say it. Like it don't take much to satisfy me. I don't care if you made it. I don't
there
care.
you go.
I don't care if we just like if your time with me to make me feel good is to sit in the house and watch a movie together. That's what it is.
Right.
You don't have to spend money to entice me. Money don't
Right.
entice me. Materialistic shit don't entice me. because those are things that I can actually, if I really want to, I can go get them on
Go
my
get
own.
it.
So you trying to tell me that I agree with you, but you saying that if a man come to you and he done bought you something that you with, you gonna tell him no, I don't want it?
No.
I did that before. Remember, Nate? I said about the sneakers, but that's
Yep.
because there was too much money for some fucking Timbs, like almost $300 for a pair of Timbs. I'm looking at him
Take
like,
it back.
nigga,
Take
I'm
it back.
not.
I can
But
give
he
No,
you
got
you look at
mad
the
at me
situation
because
though.
I was like, yo, why you about to spend money $250 on that, nigga? You bad, nigga. Go buy me a car or something. Like that's what I'm saying too. Like you want to spend money on me? Go do some real shit. Like I don't want no $300 Timbs. I'm not even gonna wear them like that.
no shot. But on some realness, that $300, I could go buy me 5 pieces of sneakers.
Like for instance, right?
There
And
you
like
go.
for instance, I'm gonna give y'all an example. My baby father, like, oh, cause see, you know, I'm gonna give an example. Y'all know I always talk, you know, on a transparent type of wave for the most part, but he like, oh, I could get you some Cardis. I want to take you to the Cartier place. This, that, and third. I'm looking at him like, nigga, why don't you invest in my business? You feel me? Like, I don't give a fuck about no Cartiers. Like, what do you mean
Correct.
you want to take me to the whatever place and get me some Cartiers? Then like asking my daughter, do she want some Gucci shoes? We not like that. Like, yeah, okay, it's nice, but that's not what our in tune is. My daughter looking at him, she said, I don't want those. She ain't even like how they look. But see, when he dealing with a girl that's materialistic, so he's trying to bring that shit in. I don't want no motherfucking Cartiers, invest in my business. How about that? Like, if you see me struggling with something, invest in that. I don't want no damn Cartiers. Yeah, they nice. And if I could get them myself down the line, if I want up here, then okay. If we that successful that we could spend how much Cartiers cost? 1,500 and more, whatever. If we on a page where we could spend that much with each other, then okay. But that's not my first go-to. Like when you say you want to spend money on something, that money that you're gonna take for Cartiers, you could put that into my business. I would much more appreciate that
than anything else.
So on Netflix, there's a documentary on the glasses company and how this one company owns like 90% of all glasses. They tell you that the price of most glasses to make is about 35
Very
cents.
cheap.
The price
It's
to
the
sell
name.
them.
It's that
So
name.
Cartiers, I don't know who Cartier is. Why do I
I'm
know these
Yo, let me
glasses?
tell you something about
about to
Cartier,
make
Nate.
glasses and put my name in the corner and see if
Yo,
people
I
buy.
bought my son some Cartiers for his birthday last year, and you are absolutely right. When I went into the store, just the frame that I picked out, just the frame was about, I think like $150, right? $150 as is, bought out the store. About time I added the logo, his prescription, the tint, and the specific lens that I wanted in his glasses, I cashed out at $1,800. It
Exactly.
went from $150 to $1,800. So definitely overrated to me.
Right.
Nigga, we going to Warby Parker. What you talking
Look,
about?
And
everybody.
you know what makes it even more sickening is that Cartier, first of all, it's not even pronounced Cartier. It's
Cartier.
Cartier.
Nope.
No,
Exactly.
it's Cartier.
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 So people walking around here wearing shit that they don't even know how to pronounce, for one. For two, they walking around here, no medicine in the glasses. Now, if you are the type of person that can't see and actually have a prescription, if you want to spend that type of cash on some good quality frames, go ahead. But
people say like it devalues it when you do that.
Don't even have a prescription. They're just doing it for show. Just because you got a pair of those glasses on your face does not mean you got money. It does not. And nowadays, anybody with some sense, having cash means absolutely nothing. It goes back to credit. If you ain't got credit, that 10, 15, 20,000, whatever you counting them dirty ass singles selling weed all day means absolutely nothing.
Nothing. You got it. What you gonna do with it? That's why, like, there's a video on YouTube called "How to Sell to the Negro." If you watch that video and see how they tricked us to make it think that everything is high value when it's not,
it's dumb.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
They laughing at us because we the ones that fall for it.
For real.
As a race, as a culture, as a
Yo,
community, we are the ones that fall for it. Shame on us.
Gucci, Coach, Fendi, all that stuff was not meant for none of us. But as soon as we started buying it, right, they was like, these people got a little bit of money. Let's
Yup.
suck that out the
They all got
community.
to suck them
And
in. Hmm.
we running around wearing all this stuff, and we broke. Like we are basically broke, giving them all our money.
Yup.
For
That's
real.
why y'all saw that meme where it said these chicks in Hartford going to spend $5,000 on their butt just to catch a
It
flight
going
home
back
and go
to the
back to Squire Village.
Yep, exactly. That's what it is.
Yo,
Exactly what
our
it is.
priorities is screwed up, yo.
Fucked up.
Like, I'm for it. If you feel you need any type of surgery to fix anything that you want to fix, I am for it. But please, your lifestyle should match the money that you're spending.
For real.
That's all I'm saying. I'm into the Gucci, Fendi, Prada, Louis. I like it. Oh, I love it. But guess what? I can't afford it. So when the
If I
time
don't
is
got no
right,
car, I'm not buying that shit.
I'll get it. When I can wipe myself with $100 bill and toss it to the peasants, I'll get it. But
She said, I ain't
doing
know
it
it like that yet. Like they
I
said,
ain't
if you
doing it like
can't buy
that.
it
So
twice, don't get it.
I ain't gonna even lie.
listen,
I'm a sneakerhead, but I look at it like this: if I come into some really good money, I don't give a shit how much money I got. I'm not buying that shit either. I'm gonna invest my money.
Look,
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't mind people spending their money on what they want to spend it on and
Right.
how much they want to spend on
Right.
specific
I
items. That I don't care about. But behind closed doors, your lifestyle, your everyday living arrangements should match that. You ain't gonna be in a club with a $10,000 outfit on from head to toe, and you living in Squire Village. Now, no disrespect to anybody that live in Squire, because I'm on their waiting list right now too. So shout out to Squire. No disrespect, but I'm not living above and beyond my means. You know what I'm
means.
saying?
Right.
Like, to me, that's faking the funk. And Hartford has become so captivated by that. Like, it's a bunch of label whores walking around, and that's male and female.
Right.
They everyday lifestyles is not matching how they look when they step outside. And to me, that's just fake as hell. It's faker than these goddamn lace fronts.
Yo, I had to go look up the price on Balenciagas because I thought they was just handing them out at one point because everybody in Hartford rocking them now.
I
I'm
want to
like,
know how they doing it. Where they getting this money from? Because y'all see every time I'm on this show what I'm doing. I'm there trying to get $1, and as soon as I get it, it's gone. Like,
For real.
how? I need to take some type of class. I need some type of hood class on how to get by, because
Now don't get me
I'm
wrong.
definitely a paycheck to paycheck type of chick. I am.
But you know what though? Don't get me wrong. Everything that people been rocking ain't real neither.
at all. At
Yeah, that
all.
too. And to me, if you got to do that, you shouldn't be wearing it. If you gotta wear fake stuff, don't
Oh
even
God, what
disrespect
we
the
talking
brand.
about? Wearing the fake stuff, fake it till we
Well,
make
Yeah,
it.
don't
well,
even
you know,
disrespect the brand. Like,
No, we
first
just
of
saying
all,
like how
you get you a PPP loan. It did. And then you go crazy and worry about the business later.
Yo,
That's
that is
a
such
lot
a
of what
turn off.
happens.
Like, don't, if you can't afford it, just wear something else. Like, that shit makes me barf. Like, I just think that's so corny. Like, you getting a fake ass Gucci shirt, you know that shit look fake as hell. Like, don't even wear it. Just go get it. Why you gotta have that fake ass G or whatever the fuck be up there? Like, y'all don't have to do that. Like, it's not that serious to try to keep up with the Jones.
Your worth. It's
It's
people's worth. It's like it's people's perception of your worth of what you have.
and the
And
thing is,
it's nuts. It's nuts.
and
yo,
you
and the thing is, big dummies, you don't want people to know that you're rich. You don't want to look rich. You just want to be rich. So I don't want to put it out there that I don't want to look like I got millions in the bank. I just want to have millions in the bank.
right.
Big dummies. That's not what you're supposed to do. Like, you and then the city that we live in, Hartford, you can't have shit. Somebody think that you got a couple dollars, they coming for
They coming in
you.
your
they gonna
shit.
come for you. Oh, this
No,
nigga got on
straight.
his chain. I'm about to get him.
For
Yo,
real.
a lot of these shootings happen because of that shit on Facebook. Niggas
You know how many
bragging,
people died
showing their
because of those
money.
glasses? It was a whole newspaper article about people in Hartford that how many people died over the glasses Cartier. How you say it?
Meeting up with people on
Cardi,
meeting
hey
up.
Shantae, It's
Meeting up with people
Cartier.
in Hartford, talking about you
Cartier.
go buy them and getting shot because
Cartier.
they want to rob you. Yeah, like it's ridiculous. Like
No facts. And you know what? I was thinking that when I got my son his glasses, but they so goddamn thick because of the medicine. Anybody take his glasses gonna bring them shits back.
they're gonna be mad, huh? They're gonna be real
Mad. They
mad.
could fry some chicken with them thick ass lenses. But no, it's true. Like people were getting robbed and shot and killed over a pair of glasses. Like, and you don't even wear glasses. You
And
just want them
sometimes
because
they
of
don't even be real.
nah.
I'm about to say a lot. Yo, you should hear how they be arguing over in the hood about, oh, nah, that Cartier sign too big. Those ain't the real ones. The girl from Pratt that work in Pratt Street now in Hartford, she the only real. It be so. I cannot believe our people be going crazy over this, and everybody living in apartments and project buildings. Like, I don't understand that shit. Like I said, some people they're content with just that's what they want for like. I'm fine. I can pay my bills every month. That's what it is. But I just don't think as a community we're gonna ever build ourselves up out of the ground if that's what we care about, the material shit, keeping up with the Jones, making sure our kids got them. Like, don't get me
Guess
wrong,
what?
yo, we
I'm a
all like to
Jones,
dress
and
nice, but it's how you
I'm
do
rich.
it.
Yeah,
Cause
once again, it come down to finances. Once again,
right,
but
Shantae,
some people ain't.
you heard me.
What?
She said, "I'm a Jones. I ain't
I'm
rich."
Jones and I'm rich. Stop playing.
And you probably still got some people trying to keep up with you too. So I
Yup,
mean,
that's how they be. I mean,
that's
you
the
can present
thing.
yourself nice. We could buy nice stuff. And honestly, y'all already know a person that really good dress, it ain't about the brand. It's about how you rock the outfit. You feel me?
For
Like, it
real.
ain't about like, oh, it has to be this. Cause I done seen some outfits from what they call a designer. Them shits be ugly as fuck. I be like, I would never wear that. And you
Yeah,
want
that's
me to
like,
pay how much?
yo, they said the Supreme shirt is what was it, $195 for the t-shirt.
For that t-shirt that say Supreme across it?
Girl, you want me to make you one? Stop
Oh,
playing.
yeah.
Yo, you see what I said? Look, I made Christian one. Like, look, I could
Hey,
do
I'm
that
gonna
at
need you to
home.
give me a couple of shirts.
For
Fuck
real.
that. $195
So,
for a t-shirt.
so I
Call me what you
mean,
want. I ain't gonna go. I don't
I'm
care
at
what
Hobby
nobody
Lobby.
is.
Like, this is $4. I could make this shirt. Like, we as a community, we just got to stop doing that. We got to stop being label whores. That's it. Like,
But you know what? As a
it,
community, we don't know no better. A lot of these people in Hartford never even left Hartford. They don't know
ever.
no better. They don't know nothing outside of Hartford. So they think by this skinny jean, tight jeans, sagging off your ass, wearing some Cartiers with a pair of Gucci sneakers on your feet, they think that's it. They think that's living.
They do think that's living.
They don't
Even
even
some of
know.
these bum ass bitches out here, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh
They
God,
think that that's
the fake
living.
video
Living the
vixen.
life.
And I be looking at them like, girl, you live right on the corner in the hood. You is not living shit, bro. That shit is not living because you got on some shit that and it's not even that. Just like people want to flaunt. Don't flaunt and something happen to your ass because you want to
For
be
real.
acting like you high
Hey,
or mighty. I just watched a video where they came. It was in Hartford. Some boy, he was talking so much junk about like the different parts of Hartford, the Ave, Martha Street. So the boys went to his house. They stole the boy Cartier glasses. They took his rings. They beat him up. He's talking mad shit. And I'm just like, yo. They like, give me the fucking rings. Like, you just hear it. They punching him, like, taking the
Yo,
rings
that's
off his
sad,
finger
yo.
on live. Like,
yeah, I'm from the old school Hartford before we had camera phones, and I used to go on a lot. A lot of people in Hartford used to flaunt and buy big chains with the little medallion signs,
and get
the Mercedes
snatched.
signs,
Right.
and they get robbed that night. And
Yup.
it just is what it is. Like,
Yup.
so now Facebook, all these, like I said, all these kids flashing money, they doing their little poses, throwing up their little signs, talking about the street they from, and then they get shot and robbed. And it's sad, but like, if that's what you put, if that's the energy you putting out, that's what's gonna come to you. Because there's a
Right.
lot of people in Hartford that ain't really eating, that ain't really got money, that see you as a meal. Like,
And they savages and they gonna do what they gotta do to get
For
it.
real. They
And
gonna come
some
to
people,
you.
so,
you know, then they start to blame the streets, but it's like as the parent, what were you doing? Like how I
as,
know we can't save our kids from everything. I'm not saying that, you feel me? But how much input were you putting in to tell your son stay off that block? Stop selling them drugs. I don't go fuck if you know taking care of the family. That shit ain't worth it. We gonna figure it out another way. Because how many young boys have died because of that? Like And then the parents blame the streets and they blame this, and I'm gonna get that person. I'm like, okay, I understand that, but you know, what did you do on your end to really keep your child out of them streets, yo?
Right.
Well, a lot of the families in Hartford, some of their parents aren't involved. A lot of these kids that be getting shot, their parents be claiming that they love them and they really don't. Like they be kicked out and living with their boys and they 12 years old, 11 years old, 13 years old. And then when they die, their parents come up like, oh, we love them, we go miss them, da da da. And it wasn't putting no effort in taking care of that child or
You
Right.
inspiring that child to do anything.
well,
So
I'm gonna chime in because you do have some parents that do,
you
and
do.
that do take care of their kids and do love their kids and do try to keep their kids out the street, but the streets take them
Oh
over.
yeah, we know that.
Yeah, that's true also.
So we
We
can't
know that.
we can't just talk about those because then you got those. What happens to the parents that do try?
I don't know. I don't know. I know it's hard, but if I see like my child early on in the hood, and I kind of see like my child going in the wrong direction, especially if they're younger, and I could try to catch it before it gets too late. I'm not gonna try to stay in the hood, yo. I'm gonna try to get up out of that scenario because I know, first of all, what the hood
Eh,
can do to my child. I'm from the hood, so I know what the hood could do. I'm gonna do everything in my possible way. If I gotta work a couple of jobs, whatever it is, so we can move out of the hood. Because if I could grasp and catch it now, I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna stay in the hood and keep trying to tell you don't be in the hood, but we in the hood. Or I'm telling you, you can't be outside in the streets, but you want to go play basketball with your friends. Now you learning all this hood shit and all this extra shit and street shit. I'm at fault to an extent, but there are a lot of parents. I definitely, I'm not saying that all parents are like that. There are parents that, like you said, they try their hardest. They do what they need to do. They don't want their kids in the street, and unfortunately, it's a sad situation when they're stuck in the street. So kudos to those parents. But you just gotta make sure as that parent that you really doing all that you can, not saying they doing it.
hey,
Like I
look,
said, if I
That's why I'm
notice,
happy. Like I honestly believe sports kept my two boys like level headed. Like I don't think they're better than any other kid that grew up in Hartford, especially the north end of Hartford. But what I can say is having a son that's 21 and that's like the age group where these little young ones is out here tripping.
Right.
My son mindset is completely different. When I believe that's only because of football. You know what I'm saying? But if he wasn't never into sports and never was on a team and didn't have dreams of playing professional football, he
you don't know
might
where
be
you
one of
get.
these kids we talking about.
Right.
And it's okay.
it's hard.
If one of my sons
Hey.
go to the NFL, I am going to be a label whore. I'm going to let y'all know that right now.
I
Shantae,
know that.
I mean, but you
As you
deserve it.
should.
That's the NFL.
As you should.
I'm going to be one. But I'm going to be
But
able
see,
to
that's different levels, kid. That's what we're talking about. You
But
can
see,
do
but
that.
you're but in all actuality, you're the type of parent that is making sure that you support, you show it. Because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the kids in the detention, when I have conversations with them, they be like, "Oh, my mom too busy. My mom always at work. My mom always doing this. My mom." So this is the time where they get to go and do the shit that they do and end up being where they going. And
Yo,
it's
it
crazy.
definitely matters.
It's crazy because me working in the detention center and being even for the females, it's sad because I be like, dang, like, so I used to sit back and think, like, well, damn, I want to make sure I do what I'm supposed to do so my kids won't be walking around here talking like this. Give them that time. So I'm not gonna lie, like, it was times where I worked second shift, I couldn't make it to my son game, but guess what? I worked hard. I went to first and got to go to every game. But he did have support because he had my daughter father who went to every single game. He didn't miss a game. So he had that support. But here's where I feel like with my kids. Because if you see my kids, they're mannish, very respectful. Like, they don't really get into too much trouble. But my son ended up being a father early. Want to know why? Because me and his dad co-parented. And when he was allowed over there, he was allowed to do things that I didn't allow him to do here.
Mm-hmm.
So he took it and he ran with it. And the things that I tried to instill in him as far as like, okay, you having sex, but guess what? You have to XYZ, you got to remember, these are the consequences. You either going to be a father or you're going to catch something you can't get rid of. And as the father, his father, like, well, yeah, my son got girlfriends. He get mad, bro. He dropping them off, doing all stuff that I would not ever do, because I know once I start doing those things, what entails, and it entailed what I predicted. He ended up being a father at the age of 16, and
Mm.
now it's like I feel like sports went out the way. I pushed him to graduate. I supported him every way, even though I was upset. I supported him, and he graduated. But it's just like he could have been doing way much better had he listened to me. And then I'm not gonna lie, like he said, "Ma, I don't regret my daughter, but I wish I just would have listened. I see why you didn't let me go here or there." My kids they wasn't allowed to spend the night out. I don't play those because
Yes, my kids be mad.
every parent is different. Every parent is different. So if I go, I don't know this parent. Yeah, okay, we see each other probably at the school, hi, bye, but I don't know what they into. I've
That's
heard
how I be.
stories. I heard stories where for, a child is that being able to go to a friend's house and getting caught up into something, a raid. Now the parent getting a phone call like, yeah, your child here, like, and that's DCF, every, like, it's just too much. So I just
Yep.
didn't allow it. Like my
Yep.
daughter,
I like that too.
she gets rides everywhere she go. I don't play that. You catching the bus where? No. I've seen what the kids do on these buses. I've seen what the kids do at these malls.
Yep.
You're not gonna be a part of that. And
Yep.
Different direction.
it just be your luck. But the support is real. And Kia, I ain't gonna even lie. Like watching your every weekend, you don't play no games. You deal with your son every day,
Yo,
and that
let me
means a
tell you
lot.
something, Isa. I'm at work now. I work second shift, but ask Shantae. Anything that comes in between me missing a game or something like that,
No.
It's canceled.
it's done. I will walk off of any job, any shift. I done took pay cuts, missed job opportunities because I feel I got to be there to support my boys to the end. And like I just saw the memory the other day, and I didn't reshare it on Facebook, but I screenshotted it because I got a new phone since that conversation happened. But my son freshman year at UConn, when they called his name to go into his first college game, Isa, 30,000 people was at this game. You know what he texted me after the game and said, "Ma, you know what's so funny?" I said, "What?" He said, "When I ran out on that field," he said, "I heard nobody but you." 30,000 people at the game, and he heard my voice. I said, "You damn right. You always gonna hear it. It could be 100,000.
Right, as he
Blow
should.
my damn vocal cords."
I ain't gonna even lie. I'm the same way. I'm a dance mom. Anything my daughter do. I'm not gonna lie. Anything my
Anything.
kids
I don't give a
did.
damn what they do. Support your kids because it
I'm
matters.
acting
I
a
don't know
fool.
who's watching this damn live.
Tracy be
But I
like, "Mommy,
remember
you loud. I don't give a fuck."
when my boys was little, when they little, they used to do this. They turning around, looking in them stands to make sure
Right.
that I'm there. You gonna hear me yelling before you even see me, so that way you'll know where I'm sitting at. They used to turn around and be like,
Listen,
"All right, she here. It's game time."
signs and all. My son didn't get to have a graduation because he graduated last year. And I ain't gonna lie, I did my whole front yard like he was at a graduation. I did balloons, I did
That's what's up.
everything. So when that principal and vice principal walked up to my house, they was like, "Whoa, like wow, this is different." They put the podium up, everything. My baby gonna walk across the
Something.
lawn, the yard, the sidewalk.
I
don't
respect
care.
it. I
Yo, they
respect it.
remember that. They remember that.
He was like, "Ma, you so
They'll
OD." I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not OD. This is not OD. You don't understand. This is a mother's dream to make sure that they kids elevate and
Hello.
pursue life.
It's
This
okay.
is all my hard work. Pushing you to get your behind in school. I don't care if you got the sniffles. Get your behind up."
Yep. That's what
And
a
it is
little
what
kid
it
gonna
is.
do.
I don't play. My mother was like that with me and Kendall when we was coming up. Huh? Oh, they came?
Yeah, I definitely agree 100%.
Bro, you gotta show your child that love. You gotta let your child know his worth. Because if your child don't know his worth, they get lost out there and
Okay.
trying to do all kind of other stuff to prove their worth to the wrong people.
Wrong.
So
Right.
Yeah, my
You
mom
gotta
did that
find
with me
that
and Kendall. My mother
balance.
ain't miss a beat.
You gotta
My
find
brother
that
was
balance
playing
because it could be
basketball.
hard. Say if you like you said, you might have a business or even whatever. You just trying to make your life better as a person. And we all done been through shit, especially coming from the hood. So you trying to work on you. You trying to make sure you're a better person for your children. You
Right.
trying to build up your success in your life, and at the same time, you got to do that with your children. And a
Right.
lot of times, sometimes it's hard. It's hard for people, and you got to try to find that balance to say, okay, I put this much time into what I'm doing. I want to put this much time into what you're doing. You feel me? Because I want us both to make it. Like, I just feel like it's hard as our kids look at what we do, not what we say.
Right.
So if we constantly telling our kids, be better, do this, stay focused, do this, but they don't see us doing that, that's a hard pill to swallow. Because it's like you talking to them about it, but how are you showing them
Showing.
that? So, kudos to all of us banging ass parents up here. Feel me? Hoodie Gang, Nate, Kia, Isa, me,
Right.
Lorraine not
Okay.
up here no more, but he is. Tiffany is. Hey, shout out.
Thinking that I gotta finish making my son shirts. My son be like, I don't want that Nike shirt. You could just make me a shirt. Be like,
Yeah, I
all
mean,
right,
who don't want no?
all
I'm
right,
not the
Listen.
son that
My
everybody
daughter.
walking around with.
all right.
That's what they say. I'm about to go get me a pressing machine because that's all my kids want is Nike. That shit costs
Yo,
Listen,
Kia about to
Yo,
get the
$200
Nike line.
for one sweatsuit.
Kia,
and you
listen,
can make it.
let me
You
tell
can
you
make
something.
the same Nike thing.
I got all the Nike. I got every print you want. Come get it. Stop playing.
Send me some files.
For real.
I give you my email. Send me some files.
For real.
I press it all up.
My daughter has her own business, and I ain't gonna lie. She thought about it because she was like, "Ma," she was like, "I waste all this money on buying other people's stuff. How about I just make my own?"
Easy.
And like her ambition behind it, like the sayings, because like her father was like, because one of her logos is hustle and grind. He was like, "Well, that means the street." No, it do not. She has
No, it don't.
Nope.
Cheesy.
because he was like, because he looking at it like in the hood perspective, like what the hood gonna think it means. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I
See,
said
that's the problem.
that's the problem. You have to think
Yeah,
And
hustle
look
and
though, look.
grind is just that.
And
Hustle
that's
and
that's how they trap us. Hustle and grind. Now everybody want to wear like, cause they think it's for the streets and it'll sell. And that's
right,
how all them big businesses, if you look at the stuff that they make, it be geared towards the streets. But they know we're gonna buy it because it's for the
yeah,
streets.
right. So
yeah.
and then she got another one, Stack of Stars. Now, mind you, it's somebody else
That's
who has
tough.
the same logo as her, but the only thing they got weed in it. Hers is just regular. It has a rose and has a money bag. Stack of Stars don't gotta mean streetwise.
Exactly.
It's just pay your money smart. Be smart about your finances. Be able to save money. It's not all about spending money. I could spend, like you said, you could spend $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, but can you show it?
Right.
Can you show what? Because after a while, the shirt, the polo shirt you bought, gonna get too small. It's gonna get faded or
Yep.
whatever. Put it towards something that is gonna mean something in the long run. I'm not gonna lie, like my mentality, like being young and when you don't know, you be like, oh yeah, I'm rocking this. Like I'm a sneakerhead. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a sneakerhead, y'all. But guess what? I bargain shop. I don't buy like my stuff don't be costing $300 and $400.
Right. You
Like
know how to go get it when to get it. You get the good deal. You know how to shop, girl.
right, but I'm gonna tell you this. I bet you I can show you my savings account. I bet you.
Facts.
I bet you I could show you that on top of me having those sneakers, I'm saving towards something, and I always been a grinder. You gotta grind, and people like, oh, I don't know how to save. You gotta self discipline yourself. Self discipline. Like, is it really a need or is it a want? If it's a need, okay, granted, work
Facts.
towards it. But if it's a want, it's not really necessary.
It is self-discipline, and it's hard, especially like on some. It's just like any other thing in the hood that you were not taught. Like, but at some point, you do gotta start for yourself and say, you know what? I know I wasn't taught this. This shit fucked me up, throughout the years growing up. But now I'm trying to be better. I have to tap into that. Like it's a want. You should, you want to tap into that. You want to get better.
I'd rather go spend some money and go on a trip and have fun than
For
to
real.
There you go. That's what I like to save for.
For
I
real.
take a trip over everything. Let's get out of here.
Let's
Let's
go on a trip.
And I don't care if I got on Walmart flip flops at the beach. I'm wearing them.
For
I'm
real.
going.
Let me see.
look.
But I'm
I'm at.
And
Yo, I
that's
can show you
another
so
thing,
many
though. Why
pictures.
black
for real.
black people, every time we go on trips, black people buying all this new shit. I don't think white people be buying a bunch of new shit when they go on
No,
trips,
they
yo.
don't.
They be spending
Look,
money.
I ain't gonna
look.
lie. I'm the corporate. When I went to Vegas this year, I balled out. I
Yo,
did,
you
but
should
I
have
ain't
seen how many bathing suits I bought when I was in Puerto Rico. No, I didn't even wear half of them. Like, bro, what
I
you doing
didn't.
that? Like,
I I took
Bruh,
my shit with tags in the bucket. Okay.
I'm cheap. So like I said, I went on one cruise and you see all my pictures of me in the bathing suits. And then a year later, I went on another cruise. I got on the
same
Same.
same
shit.
outfits.
I don't give a fuck. I'm all the way
I
in
do
a whole
not play
other
them
place.
games.
Right. I think it's
So
just a lot of things we gotta
Well,
learn
see,
just
I
to,
think
be better.
me more so like for a long time as a parent. My kids are 20, 19, and my 15-year-old. For a long time, I really didn't buy myself anything. It was all about the house and them.
Yep.
the
So I
kids,
think
yep.
now I think, when it's time for certain things, I just like, yeah, I'm about to go buy me new stuff because I would have did it for the kids. So shoot, why I can't do it for
Right. So that's what I said like earlier. It's a line between, saying like, it's time for me to spend a little bit of change on myself. I've been doing good. My bills paid. I got all this money. Nyla.
Not
Yo,
that.
kid, get your girl. Yo. Yo, she just creep behind like all I see is my little chocolate baby in the background. So what was I saying? She just messed me up. I forgot what I was saying.
What you were saying is you just got to know what you can do. Like you got
Yeah,
to
like you
know
gotta
if you
know,
overspending or
and there's
not.
nothing
Like
wrong with treating yourself, and that's something too that us as parents. I don't know how fellas are because I'm not a dad, but a lot of times, like Isa said, us moms, we sacrifice so much. We don't buy ourselves the expensive shit. We go without, to make sure that our kids are straight or they have what they need or whatever, whatever.
right.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure dads do it as well, but at sometimes we gotta say to ourselves like, yo, I deserve this. I could spend this amount on me and not feel guilty about it.
Right.
But that's only, I feel like if you're doing what you need to do. But y'all know it
like I
don't
said,
work like that.
if money's in place, you got savings. Like we just went down to the sneaker outlet, and I was just like, "Yeah, get whatever y'all want. You can buy sneakers." My son really don't even like sneakers. He's more frugal than me. He was like, "I don't want these. These is $120. I need them $80 sneakers. Get what you
You
need.
teaching them right, Nate.
Get what you need." I'm the only one. The cheapest one is me, and I'm like, "Damn, $180 for these." And I look at the
No,
real
for
price, and like
real.
210. Whew.
Yo, that's
Nah,
how
I
I be
ain't getting
looking
these
at
good.
Tracy. I be like, how much these sneakers cost? I be like, girl, you better go a little bit lower. Like, what?
Let me get these $85 sneakers too. These work.
Ew.
$45 sale. Hold
I'm
on. Let me
sorry.
find the coupon.
Just cringes me. Like when I like, you want me to spend all that money on what? Like,
Yeah,
I be ready to do some like,
this video that I got from this real estate thing said, think about how long it took you to work to get that money. So you work this many days and
and
hours to
how
get
quick
this
you
money
lost it,
to spend it for this.
and
And
it's
I just
gone.
can't do it. Like I'd be like, nah, I can't do it.
I need to get strong like that. I got way better, but I still need to work on
I
some
mean,
things. And I can admit that.
over time. It like I said, it takes
A
discipline.
minute.
It takes discipline because I'm pretty sure at one point he probably was buying up
It
everything
do take discipline.
fresh. But now, like I ain't gonna lie, like now my little sneaky little corner, I ain't gonna is up there. So I'm gonna chill for a second.
She like, I'm good. I got what I
I'm
need.
good. You feel me? Like, but this year is my 40th, and I'm not gonna lie. Everybody in my household always had a party. I always did it up. Whatever. It's my year. I had one party, and that's when I turned 30. And my best friend and my daughter father got together, and they threw me a little. It was
So
in
what
her.
you saying? We about to be partying?
Yes, I'm going to a cabin, girl. I'm not playing. I
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Let me know.
definitely could come. Kia, you too. I know you working, but listen, I'm trying to get a cabin. I want to do big things, like, and I tell myself like I deserve it. I did for everybody else. I had one party. I didn't threw millions of parties for everybody. It's time for me.
Right.
So I'm gonna chill out with the spending, and also I'm on the verge of buying a house. So at the end of the day, like I've been having to really
Congratulations.
maintain
Cut
certain
back,
things,
yeah.
cut back on a lot of things.
Congrats. Bless you.
But I ain't
Right.
gonna front. I've been busting overtime down crazy so I can make sure I get.
I know that's right. All right, you guys. So this was about to be 9 o'clock. This was a really, 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 really good topic. Like I'm definitely glad that actually shout out to my mom because she kind of brought it up like months ago. Like, why y'all don't be talking about finances and I said no, that's something we could talk about. You know, I would have loved to have like a financial person up here, but the fact that we all speak from experience, we got people that's doing good with their stuff. So I definitely just enjoyed the conversation. No, for real, I did want to bring like a financial specialist up here, but it is what it is because I learned something from y'all. I'm pretty sure we all learned from each other tonight on the show, and I feel like for me, I think we all could agree on what a woman, because I don't know, Nate and they was agreeing, but we just could agree that we gonna hold it down for our other half when needed. We're not gonna try to throw shade. Like I said, sometimes when we get into an argument, sometimes it get heated. We can't even lie and act like we don't be saying nothing crazy sometimes, because that's just how it be. It doesn't make it right, but I think that when you're in a relationship, finances, they are important. I think y'all do need to come to the table together, and I think that we should be able to help each other out and not be one-sided, or you work yourself all the way up and now you like F you, or I'm not about to do this with you no more, whatever. Yeah, those are just some things. You guys, okay, everybody could say something though before we jump off. Like, what do you want to say in conclusion about the show tonight?
Finances are important. You need to have that talk if you're in a serious relationship. If you're not in a serious relationship, you don't plan on being with that person that long. I don't think you need to have that talk. But
Right.
once it gets to like a year and y'all start moving in and start putting your money together, you got to have that talk. You should always try to
Even if
save some money.
I'm a second that, but I'm gonna also say even if you're not branching to move together right away, still build together.
Still build, yeah.
Still build together.
Right.
Cause that makes it. If you can build together when y'all not in a and listen, when that time comes,
It's
you
gonna be
already know what
beautiful.
you brought to the table.
It's gonna be beautiful.
It's definitely gonna be beautiful.
Right. It's like, why you with somebody? Why are you in a relationship if that's not the goal to build together? Like, I honestly can't understand any other reason why I need to be in a relationship with somebody if we are not trying, if it's not about building together and becoming one in a team. Like, there's no point in me being with you if that's not what our goal is. Like, why
Yeah,
am
cause
I wasting my
we
time?
getting too
I
we
already
getting too
wasted
old.
time. No.
We getting too old for the We just
The okie doke. Nobody got
huh?
time for that. I said
Yeah,
we getting too old for the okie
For the
doke.
okie doke.
yeah.
That's old school. Kia, what you guys say in conclusion about the show tonight?
I think never be with somebody for money, because it's going to end up bad. It may start off
Yep.
good and fun, but it's always going to end up bad.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are serious with somebody and y'all have a solid foundation, help them and uplift them and coach them and be that team player. Be that team for one another. If it ain't 50-50, like you said, Shantae, whatever fits the household, it don't got to be 50-50, but whatever it is, whatever works for y'all, just help. And if for all the men out there, if you got a good woman and you see her doing her everything on her own, offer. Let her tell you no.
Amen.
I got it. But just
Right.
offer. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. Ladies out there, if you got a good man who makes less money than you, don't belittle him. That
Don't in
doesn't
his
make him
face.
any less
Yep.
of a man.
At
He
all.
Right.
is still your man.
Yep.
And just, encourage him. Help him find a job. Help him do the applications. Help him do all that. Only if he's worth
Right.
it. And only if she's worth it. That's
Right.
what I got to say about, financial
Amen.
situation. Yeah.
Isa, thank you, Kia,
Um.
for that.
So I'm gonna just say this, and I ain't gonna even lie. I'm gonna get off real quick because Shantae, I'm definitely gonna read what I read you the other day because I think this is important when it comes down to a relationship.
Okay.
Emotional intimacy, respect each other, praise each other, accept each other, physical connection, romance, security, emotional maturity, communication, space, partnership, and fun. And love go last. Because without that, you're not going to have love.
Mm-hmm.
It got to be something you
Mhm.
got to love,
Right.
to be honest. And I'm not going, and everything else will fall into place. If you have all that, because us as black women and black men, I'm going to say black men and black women, we we lack we don't know how to really love. We don't know how to really love. We just go, oh yeah, I love him. Well, why you love him? You can't even explain it. Well, not
Right.
I ain't gonna say some people can't explain.
I'm about to say, because I'm going to explain why I love my nigga.
It can't be about the sex. It has to be two connections, and it has to work. And
Right.
that's just real. If it don't
I,
if if you don't have all of that into a relationship, it's hard for you guys to get along. And I'm not saying that it's gonna be
you know,
perfect, because ain't nothing perfect. Because if it was perfect, trust me, I think everybody will be together forever.
right. Exactly.
But you gotta know you gotta know your partner. You
And a
gotta know
trying
your
man and a
partner.
trying woman is everything.
It can't be, oh, I know you, but you don't know me. Because a lot of relationships that I see, a lot of my friends, I just be like, how you know so much about this person, and this person don't even know nothing about you. They don't know what make you tick. They don't even know your favorite color.
Mm. That's how it be.
So just love each
All
other, learn
right.
each
All
other,
good info.
and build.
Yep. All good info, you guys. And I do want to say to y'all gold digging heifers and Negroes, y'all not it, okay? But y'all that's using people in relationships and using people for their money and licking to be just taken care of without putting in no work, you got the game fucked up. And y'all mess it up for females and men that really want to be in a real situation and be with somebody and build with them. But at the end of the day, you know, I just wanted to shout out to the real ones too. I had to say that because it's like they said, it's a lot of them. But shout out to the real ones that understand, you know, the assignment and understand what, you know, being within a relationship is about. And although everybody has their different perspectives on why, as long as you two can come together and make it work and build upon and build something out of that and make something out of that, then you feel me? It's popping.
Yeah. And one more thing, controlling.
What?
Stop being control. People need to stop being controlling. That ain't about to make no relationship.
Yep.
Ain't making no
You right
relationship.
about that.
Ain't
You
at
right
all.
about that.
Ain't at all. You either you're gonna be supportive, not control. You can't tell a person what to do. All you can do is give advice. You can't
Right.
make a person be something that you want them
They
to be,
not.
and that they're not. No. A lot of relationships is built on control, and I've noticed it. And I'm just like, yo, what is going on in this world? Like, why you can't control anybody? You can't control what they do. You can't
That's
control
true.
how they are. You can either help build and better them, or it just ain't what it's gonna be.
Right. And on that note, you guys, I missed you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to Venus versus Mars with your girl Teezy and the whole Venus versus Mars family. We got some changes coming up, you guys. We're almost on the 50th episode. I cannot wait. I got some giveaways. We got
Yeah.
some people coming. You know, I'm doing some things we gonna be doing for that 50th because that's
Big things. Big things.
big things, big things, big things that want. Feel me? So I love you guys. I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your night. We definitely gonna be back with another one. Like I said, this was a really, really good topic. And thank you guys. Thank you to my Venus versus Mars family always for coming on. Ice, I know this your first time. Thank you for tuning in and coming on. Kia, my baby, thank you. My boy, Hoodie Gang Nate, Tiffany, LaRae, Level Up TV. Shout out to all of you guys. And again, I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your night. Later.
Later.
Bye.